Udaipur to welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor, Rajasthan Technical University, Kota, and Chief Patron of this workshop, Professor Dr. R.A. Gupta, to the inaugural session of TechWeb Third sponsored 5-day workshop on design thinking for innovation and ideation as the chief guest. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation. I welcome Founder Director, Techno NGR, Mr. R.S. Vyas, patron of this workshop, as guest of honor. Thank you very much, Professor S.S. Godara, Event Coordinator from Rajasthan Technical University, Kota. I also welcome the main pillar of this workshop, Mr. Karamjit Singh Bihola, the main resource person of this workshop and who will deliver the first technical session of this workshop. I also welcome our principal, Dr. Pankaj Purwal, the convener of this workshop, esteemed faculty members, students, and all other wonderful participants for this workshop. First of all, I would like to invite our director, our founder director, Mr. R.S. Vyas, to deliver welcome address. Please, sir.
Good afternoon. It's my privilege to welcome Professor R.A. Gupta, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Rajasthan Technical University, who kindly agreed to find some time to inaugurate this TechWhip workshop or a conference on design thinking, innovation and ideation. I also welcome Mr. Lalit Yagnik, Director of IBM, based in Singapore, Australian by citizen, Indian by heart, who has been mentoring this college on industry alignment of this college with IBM and other IT companies. My welcome also goes to Professor Godara, who is joining us from RTU Kota, Pankaj Purwal, Director of this college, main speaker of today's event, Karamjit Singh Bihola, Dr. Bihola, who is MS in design thinking from USA, and he'll be conducting the session for students, and also 287 participants who are joining us today. Innovation in India has been done in a very haphazard manner all these years. But now that India in 21st century is becoming a hub and a center for innovation and ideation, it is important that all the students learn the systems and methodologies of design thinking so that when they produce a product, when they create an idea and convert it into a product, they go through a systematic process. As a matter of fact, I would like to request RTU to start a course on design thinking in RTU syllabus, because this is one of the most important aspect of an engineer in coming years. Thank you very much. Welcome once again and hope you enjoy the workshop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your amazing thoughts. Now I would like to invite Professor S.S. Godara, Event Coordinator of Rajasthan Technical University, for this workshop to share his thoughts. Please, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. It's a matter of great privilege and great pleasure for us that Professor R.A. Gupta sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Professor R.S. Vyas sir, Lalit sir, and our expert Bihola sir is with us in the inaugural session. I am very thankful to our HVC sir, TechCube coordinator, nodal officer TechCube, and whole TechCube, okay, to give permission and organize this 1-week workshop on design thinking for innovation and ideation at NGR Udaipur. We have organized more than hundreds workshops, seminars, and webinars in last couple of months, and many other activities like hackathons, NBA workshop, etc. in our affiliated colleges. And hundreds of other workshops are to be organized in next upcoming 1-2 months. This is happening. Coordinator Professor Dhirendra Mathur sir, NO TechCube, Professor Harish Sharma sir, and whole TechCube team. Our HPC sir is highly dedicated for technical enhancement of society, and this gives inspiration and sir motivates sir. Thank you very much, sir. And for this workshop, I would say Participants are wonderful. Around 290 participants already joined the workshop, and attendance will be very closely monitored, because in all our previous TechCube activities also certificates were strictly issued to those who have completed more than 80% attendance. Our TechCube team coordinator and VC sir is very strict about this. So it is requested all the participants to join all the sessions, so that maximum advantage of this wonderful workshop can be taken. Thank you very much, sir. And in last, I welcome all the participants and all the dignitaries and wish all the best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable thoughts. Now, I would like to invite Karamjeet, sir, a design thinker at mindset and an entrepreneur at heart, having master degree in mechanical engineering with specialization in product design from Stephen Institute of Technology, USA. He was instrumental in setting up Design Innovation Center at GTU, and he has mentored 2,000 plus aspiring entrepreneurs and innovators to identify market needs to different tools of design thinking for creating successful startups through his various innovation initiatives. Mr. Viola is also nominated as Mentor of Change for Atal Thinking Lab, an initiative of Atal Innovation Mission. So please, sir, I would like to take this forward.
Uh, Thank you very much, Kunjpreet, and good afternoon to one and all present here. I hope you all are doing well and keeping healthy with your loved ones in this pandemic situation. And Namaste, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. I'm very much thankful to you for taking out time from your busy schedule to join this session, and which shows that how much university is thoughtful and active to improve the quality and standards of their students by integrating the best practices around the world in areas of design or innovation. So about this workshop, the importance of the workshop goes like, today businesses are not only creating products or services, but they are creating experience for their customers who would like to have, who would like to use and have experience with the products and services of the businesses that they are creating. So in this regard, design thinking is widely used by some of the world's leading brands like Apple, Google, Samsung around the world, and some of the unicorn startups. It is also, design thinking is also being taught by some of the world's leading universities like, this school at Stanford, Harvard, MIT, and our IITs to name a few. At GTU also, I have created the curriculum, Gujarat Technological University at Gujarat. I have created the curriculum entirely depend on or based on the design thinking methodology, and around 1 lakh students are learning this course every year. And I have trained, our team has trained more than 4,000 faculty members in design thinking across the Gujarat. So as Vyas sir suggested that this subject should be included into the curriculum of RTU, I would also like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor sir to look into this matter, as it will help students to understand the role of design and innovation through learning this methodology using various tools and technique, and also this workshop where we will be having lots of fun, as we are going to use many hands-on activities and case studies, reference materials for that. And we will learn about prototyping and how product life cycle development works in industry. We are living in era where everything is automated and technology oriented, and so looking and identifying the hidden needs of the users or human will be extremely important for our young graduates or future graduates in coming future, where design thinking helps us to develop some of the human skills like empathy, imagination, collaboration, creative and critical thinking, which are required 21st century skill sets for any individual to be successful into their own businesses or employment. Academic reports also worldwide says that 80% of the academic projects that are done by the students in their graduations are going to be thrown out at workshops or laboratories at the colleges after they pass out or graduate out. And this is one of the reason where we have also kept one objective in this workshop, that how to convert your academic project, students' academic project, into a successful startups, and also for faculty members, how to guide them for creating their idea into a marketable product. So with that, I mean, I can understand, and we all are eagerly waiting to learn something about from Honorable Vice Chancellor. So without taking much time, I hope that this workshop will help participants in various colleges of RTU to build a roadmap for innovation in startup ecosystem, keeping this design thinking methodology at the center, and help us improve the placement scenario for the colleges and create some fantastic startups and patents out of those academic projects. With that, thank you very much for inviting me for this workshop, and I'm sure that this will be a great fun for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts about design thinking and relevance of this workshop. Now I invite Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to deliver inaugural speech. Please, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for inviting me. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, I want to congratulate to the management for organizing such wonderful workshop, this 5-day faculty development program. R.S. Vyasa, the chairman of the institute, faculty members, and learned professors from the institute, and from RTU, Professor Devendra Mathur, Techno coordinator, then Professor Godara, and Harish Sharma, and so many faculty members. Basically, it's a teamwork. Basically, all are involved together, doing such wonderful activities in RTU. So definitely, these type of the workshops or faculty development programs or student programs are very important to improve academics in the institute. What this Karamjit Singh conveyed, that students project, sometimes we basically don't consider them valuable, and we keep aside. We don't put them in the library even. It is just filling the gap, and just award the marks and put aside. So this type of thing should not be now happen actually. RTU, every day we are conducting 1 or 2 or more activities in every institute, and we are serious actually. We just want that every activity should be recorded. When we deal with the students nowadays, we have to recognize each and every student independently. In a class, we should not say we have 100 students in the class. We say we have student number 1, student A, student B, student C, student D, student E. Every student we have to recognize, because these students are our resource person. These are our strength. And what activity we are doing nowadays in RTU and our affiliated colleges, number of hackathons, faculty development programs, workshops, seminars, industry expert talks, and we should ask our student to select wonderful problem for their projects, and outcome should be recorded in IPR, intellectual property right. And we have to have a report, and we have to put all these reports in our laboratory, in our library. Not only in your library, but one copy should be in the RTU library. I would like to suggest that what activity we are doing nowadays, suppose today's activity, we have to record all the talks delivered by the experts. You know, We have wonderful experts with us. Some are from IITs, some are from NITs, some are from outside the country, US, maybe USA. And these faculty members are delivering wonderful talks. But what we are doing actually, just delivered and forget. So it should be recorded in the form of reports. And these reports should be available in the library. And we can ask our students, individual students, that you have to select a specific problem for their projects, and we have to give full facilities in our laboratory so that we can have wonderful output of these projects or reports. You know, one student stay with us for 4 years, and in a 4 year, one student can give a lot of inputs to us, but we never recognize them. You know, academic assignment, UG course is a primary basically work of all of the institutes. We have to go beyond that. If you want to have a recognition outside the institute, then you have to go for good research work, good project, some innovations, and that will give you recognition. NBA and NAC and all these certificates are very, very important in coming days. So every institute should work on those lines. If you want to be in the pipeline of coming days, अगर आप ये नहीं करेंगे, tomorrow you will be out from the stream. तो हमें अब इस component पे काम करना पड़ेगा. And we are very lucky that the best students, best human resource we have with us. क्लास में स्टूडेंट आता है, अगर फैकल्टी और स्टूडेंट का एक जो है उनमें आपस में एक कोऑर्डिनेशन होता है, प्रॉपर मेंटरिंग होती है, उसके एकेडमिक्स का, उसके अदर डेवलपमेंट का, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटी का, लैंग्वेज प्रॉब्लम, अगर सभी कंपोनेंट को हम क्लोजली वॉच करते हैं तो एक अच्छा आउटपुट हमको मिल सकता है. और इंस्टीट्यूट का पॉपुलरिटी इसी से बाहर निकल के आता है. इसलिए कोई भी एक्टिविटीज हम करें तो हमें बहुत पर्टिकुलर होना चाहिए कि इस एक्टिविटी का आउटपुट मेजरेबल हो, उसको हम बता सके कि ये जो 5 दिन की एक्टिविटी थी इसका ये आउटपुट है, जो कि रिकॉर्डेड भी हो और उसको रिकॉग्नाइज किया जा सके, उसको रिकॉग्निशन मिले. अभी हम क्या करते हैं, हम कोई भी एक्टिविटी करते हैं और भूल जाते हैं. तो इस तरीके से हम लोग नहीं करें. फैकल्टी को इस पर सीरियस होना पड़ेगा. आरटीयू बहुत सीरियस है. आरटीयू में अभी हमने रिसेंटली जो है पूरे सिलेबस को हमने जो है अभी पूरा सिलेबस हमने जो है मॉडिफाई किया है और कंटिन्यूअस असेसमेंट को वैल्यू देने के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हमने 30-70 इसको कर दिया, सेशन को 30% कर दिया है. अभी गेट की ट्रेनिंग हम कल से शुरू करने वाले हैं और उसके लिए करीब 62.5 लाख का फंड हमने रिजर्व कर दिया उसके लिए, और वो फंड हम अभी यूटिलाइज करेंगे. और ये जो गेट का कोर्स है करीब 30,000 का कोर्स होता है एक्चुअली में पर स्टूडेंट. हम इसके लिए एक स्टूडेंट से नॉट मोर देन 500 or 600 रुपीज वी आर चार्जिंग. 500-600 रुपए हम उनसे ले रहे हैं और उससे हम पूरी गेट की ट्रेनिंग उनको करवा रहे हैं. तो आरटीयू हर कंपोनेंट पे, हर फ्रंट पे काम कर रहा है. अभी हम जो है सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस हर इंस्टीट्यूट में खोलना चाहते हैं. जितने भी हमारे एफिलिएटेड इंस्टीट्यूट हैं, हर एक इंस्टीट्यूट में हम चाहते हैं कि सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस बने. उसके लिए मैंने एप्लीकेशन इनवाइट करी है. किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट में अगर बेस्ट फैसिलिटी है सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस बनाने के लिए तो आप अप्लाई करें. हमको विजिट करेंगे ऑनलाइन, हम आपको रिकॉग्नाइज करेंगे उस सेंटर को, और उस सेंटर को रिकॉग्नाइज होने के बाद राजस्थान के सभी कॉलेजेस के स्टूडेंट्स और फैकल्टी वहां विजिट कर सकते हैं. आपके इंस्टीट्यूट को रिकॉग्निशन मिलेगी और स्टूडेंट को बेनिफिट होगा. इसी तरीके से हमने बेस्ट फैकल्टी को सभी कॉलेजेस से इनवाइट करके लेक्चर नोट्स बनवा रहे हैं और हर सब्जेक्ट पे बेस्ट फैकल्टी नोट्स हम वेब पोर्टल पे लोड कर देंगे और वो नोट्स सभी फैकल्टी, सभी स्टूडेंट्स को राजस्थान में अवेलेबल होंगे, ये भी हम करवा रहे हैं। तो हम बहुत सारे नवाचार, बहुत सारे इनोवेशंस कर रहे हैं आजकल। न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के अकॉर्डिंगली हम इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी पे काम कर रहे हैं। हम जो है ओपन इलेक्टिव्स फ्लोट कर रहे हैं। कोई भी स्टूडेंट, दे आर नॉट कन्फाइंड टू देयर ब्रांच। आज इलेक्ट्रिकल का स्टूडेंट कंप्यूटर पढ़ सकता है, मैकेनिकल का स्टूडेंट कंप्यूटर पढ़ सकता है, ये प्रोविजन भी हम कर रहे हैं। तो इस तरीके से आरटीयू बहुत डे एंड नाइट काम कर रहा है फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स। वी आर फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स, इंस्टीट्यूट शुड बी फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स। अगर हम ये कर पाएंगे तो टुमारो वी विल बी फार अहेड। और जितने भी स्टूडेंट आज बाहर जाते हैं राजस्थान से, वो हमारे यहाँ रहेंगे। इवन हम साउथ से स्टूडेंट्स को अट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं। तो ये इस कंपोनेंट पे हमको सीरियसली काम करना चाहिए। आई अगेन वांट टू कांग्रेचुलेट दिस इंस्टीट्यूट कि आप लोगों ने इस तरह की वर्कशॉप को आपने किया है। और अभी आरटीयू करीब 150 एक्टिविटी और फ्लोट कर रहा है डिफरेंट एरियाज में। अभी हम ट्रेनिंग, अभी लेक्चर, एक्सपर्ट लेक्चर्स हम करवाने वाले इंडस्ट्रीज के एक्सपर्ट से। आप लोग अप्लाई करें, पैसा आरटीयू का होगा और बेनिफिटेड करवाएं। और जितना आप हमसे जुड़ते रहेंगे उतना ही आपको और आरटीयू को फायदा होगा, क्योंकि आरटीयू ये चाहती है कि हमारे एफिलिएटेड इंस्टीट्यूट्स बहुत हाई लेवल पे जाएं। तो अभी हम ये एक्टिविटी जो है और फ्लोट करेंगे, आप काइंडली उसमें अप्लाई करें और अच्छी एक्टिविटी करें। आई एम वेरी मच थैंकफुल कि आपने मुझे इनवाइट किया इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे और मुझे यहाँ पे बोलने का मौका दिया। थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी। थैंक्स अ लॉट। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, sir, for encouraging words of wisdom and thoughts. Now I invite our principal, Dr. Pankaj Purwal, convener of this workshop, to deliver vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir and Chief Patron of this workshop, Professor R.A. Gupta, Founder Director and Patron of this workshop, Arish Vyas Sir, our mentor of the Institute and our guiding light, Lalit Yagnik Sir, Karmjit Sir, Professor S.S. Godara Sir, esteemed colleagues, all the participants of the workshop and students. It is indeed a matter of great pride and privilege that Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir has agreed to grace the inaugural session of this workshop. Sir, all the organizing committee members of this workshop had been working very hard for last 2 weeks. But the moment I shared the news that you will be gracing the inaugural function with your presence, their energy level has increased multiple times. And your presence here has been overwhelmingly motivating for all of us. Sir, no amount of words can express our heartfelt appreciation for your this act. But we want to thank you, sir. We really appreciate your presence here. And I would also like to thank our founder director, Mr. R.S. Vyas, sir. He has been the lighthouse for our campus. He has been showing us the light to see far away in the future and work on and at the same time train students on emerging and new technologies that are going to rule the future. So thank you very much, sir, for being here with us all the time. I would also like to thank Lalit Yagnik, sir, who has been guiding this college for last 8 years. And he has brought so many new technologies to this college like AR, VR, IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, that our students are doing wonderful work in all these technologies. I would also like to thank TechWip team and Professor Godara for providing the generous financial support, and of course, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, for considering our college for awarding this workshop. I would also like to thank Mr. Karamjit Singh Viola for agreeing to be one of the main resource person for this workshop. I know, I mean, you are very busy, but thank you very much for taking out time to deliver sessions here. And I would also like to thank the entire organizing team of the workshop who have worked very hard to make the workshop, and they are planning to make this workshop successful. And last the wonderful participants without whose presence this workshop would not be a great success. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we'll move to the technical session of this workshop. Karamjit, sir, can you please take over this?
Thank you, Professor Gupta. Your presence is actually honoring for us. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
sir.
thank you very much. So now may I take leave because I have another meeting actually, if you allow me.
Professor Gupta, if I may intercept for a minute before you go.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you.
I'm inspired by what you said about the 4 years of rigorous work students do. And if we can harvest from that, and particularly if you relate to today's word of digital transformation, which is primarily connecting different pieces of IPR. It may be apps or it may be data and connecting using API words. I think it's very possible with your vision that even if 10% of all that 4 years of work of a student or even 1% can be captured, then idea of connecting those IPRs across in the name of APIs can be converted and they can be interconnected. Maybe a product can be created by connecting XYZ API from Techno, something else from RTU College in Kota, Jaipur, and new kinds of innovation, new products in digital transformation, because it's not about new development, it may be connecting various pieces. So I think what you're talking about, if that kind of can be taken further, we could be sitting ahead because harvesting that and connecting various pieces. And I think this is a perfect opportunity of design thinking, because design thinking will allow us to create beautiful products out of connecting various APIs or IPR. So I definitely want to take your thought further, and perhaps I had not thought about it, to be honest with you. This new thought you just now generated. How can we convert all that IPR? We never looked at it as an IPR, but IPR getting generated from bachelor students or undergraduate students, and I think amazing things possibly can be created. So thank you. I think appreciate that, and I could stop myself from taking this opportunity to intercept. So sorry, Pankaj.
No, you are always welcome.
You know, Professor, your enthusiasm for this, I'm really appreciate it, because at least you are appreciating the thought. Because students have a lot of potential, actually, I tell you, and they are with us for 4 years. It depends upon us how much we can basically bring out of all these things. It depends upon us. 4 साल में ये students, they are so wonderful, you know, in a hackathon, in 2 days and 3 days workshop, this hackathon, they give a lot of ideas to us. And they are with us 4 years. So channelize them. And it depends upon our faculty members and our institute. So that is the idea. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir.
Allow me to leave. Now I want to.
Yes,
May I leave because I have another meeting.
Okay.
बिल्कुल सर आप
Thank you.
Okay, sir, can we move to the technical sessions now?
yes.
So Karamjit, sir, can you please take forward this session?
Sure. So, yeah, so now we are here for 5 days. Let's have this roller coaster ride, as mentioned by Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to look at some greatest opportunities from the students. And as rightly said by Yagnik ji, that, you know, it is about connecting the dots and connecting the thoughts of the students, which is what, you know, innovation really mean about. Nothing but, you know, we need to come up with novel solution or novel ideas in a way that, you know, people would recognize, people would appreciate by connecting existing ideas or existing things around us. So with that, let me share my screen, and I think we by now T5, not T20, because the first technical session was about from 2 to 3:30, but it is already 2:45. But we are in a so entire workshop, and I'm taking most of the sessions. So I'll try to make this in a flow, and the other experts who will be joining tomorrow and day after will be also talking in a sync of what we are going to discuss. So we will discuss the entire process in a flow. So there is no issue if we go here and there through the and we are not going by the name of the sessions, I mean timing of the session. So let me share my screen, and just let me know, Kunjpreet, if it is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, it is visible.
Yes, sir.
And I'll stop my video for a while. Okay. So I'll skip some of the part now, as this is meant for the introduction. So welcome all of you, young participants here. Some of you are faculty members and learned experienced people, but I would like to call of you young, because in design thinking, creative thinking, we all are young at heart and working together in a collaboration. I'm grateful to RTU and TCube3 Fund for funding this workshop, and Techno India NJR Udaipur for allowing me and inviting me for this 5 days workshop on design thinking. So basically, at upfront, I would like to tell you that this workshop will benefit you in understanding the role of design, innovation, and entrepreneurship, how it is going to help us in our career after graduation, by understanding the 21st century skills needed for the professional today. So skills like thinking, critical thinking, problem solving, observation, much required for any 21st century person to be successful. Also, we will be learning new approaches to innovation and entrepreneurship using this design thinking process, tools, and techniques. And better understand, for faculty members, we are here for understanding. I mean, it will also help us to better understand our students and deliver curriculum to their needs, as mentioned by Vyas sir and Honorable Vice academic projects, so that they can be converted into from ideas into a successful startups and further into the patents. So at GTU, after introducing this design thinking curriculum, every year we are getting many startups, and from that many ideas are now patented, or products and services are now patented. So every year 100 and at the end, we also would overall we also would learn about applying design thinking for our own project. So with that, the entire workshop or presentation will be only for academic discussions, and it is the property of InnoDesk Design Innovation Service. Bihola, Kunjpreet has already introduced me, but this is the brief about me. I am a mechanical engineer and turned into a product designer by my master degree in product design from Stevens Institute of Technology, USA. And recently, I have started venture called InnoDesk Design Innovation Services, which is providing training programs, workshops, and courses in areas of this. I am also a mentor of change, as mentioned, and I have that is some of the numbers that that are there for various workshops and other things. So basically, today, I mean, these 5 days of workshop. Sorry, I forgot. It is completely visible, and
Yes, sir, you are.
I'm audible, Kunjpreet? Yeah. Okay. Great. So the workshop content are from first session. Today's session is demystifying design thinking, which is meant by why, what, and how. How about design thinking? Design thinking project and team building we will do together. The process, tools and techniques with phases of design thinking, some of the case studies, videos and so on through which we are learning about design thinking and apply for solving the real needs, and idea, prototype and test phase of the design thinking with the users. So real world testing we will also do. Uh, uh, so the first session is about why design thinking, what is design thinking, and how we can apply design thinking to convert our ideas or identify latent hidden need of the user or market, and convert that into a valuable experience that our user customer would like to have if we are running the business or startup. If we answer these three questions using design thinking, process, tools and technique, we will get the experience innovation. Now experience innovation is important in today's context because, as I mentioned during inaugural, that businesses and corporates are not only creating or generating the products or services itself, they are generating or creating the experience that their users or customer would like to have. So if you also see today's advertisement or marketing campaign from the corporates, they are not talking about their products or services. They are talking about what kind of experience you will be getting after using those kind of products or services given to you by them. So basically design thinking is helping us to create this experience innovation which create the value and which put us ahead of our competitors if we talk about business and startup in that sense. Let us see the first part of why design thinking. So there are three reasons why innovation in that matter, why design thinking is required, because design thinking is a stepping stone or formula for innovation and entrepreneurship. So there are three reasons why design thinking is required. So there are so many aspects of using design thinking or why it is required, but in a macro view, in a holistic view, I would like to tell you that world requires it, industry need it, and we as an individual need it. So we will see one by one why world required it. So design is changing. Basically we are moving from designing a product aesthetically or functionally, we are moving from designing to experience providing. So design is changing from design to design thinking, and from making people want things to making things that people want, right? So there is a difference where we are providing the experience. We are not only providing aesthetic and functional aspects of the product or services. These changes are very exponential in this fast changing worlds. People adopt new technology, they discover new solutions and different develop different expectation very fast, and our relationship with the customers are also changing. So in this changing world we need to also adapt, as you know the honorable vice chancellor sir said that we need to adapt the new methodologies or new best practices, and it is also useful for the students that they adopt the new ways of doing the things, and coming out from the traditional thinking mindset to a very creative and holistic mindset using design thinking or creative thinking. For any given problem, our solution is depend on our expertise or our experience, which is based on our formal education, our judgment and interpretations, and our copying others. So we copy other and we make the product or services. But is there any systematic approach to solve this problem? So yes, researchers and many successful products have proved that this design thinking approach, a systematic approach to innovation, helps us a lot, where we are not only creating product services, we are trying to it is creating impact to the society, and it is creating impact to the industry. So it is not only solving the problem, but creating an impact in a larger sense. Let's have, I forgot to message you that please be ready with pen, pencil, and notebook with you. So I hope that you all are here for learning, so you must have a pen, pencil, and paper with you. So let's have this small exercise on building our creative confidence, where I would ask you to draw something. Draw a mountain on a blank paper. So I would request you to draw a mountain on a blank paper, and keep it fast. Do not make it fancy or trying to make it more creative. We are not looking at your drawings right now, but it is only to having some exercise and keep starting our hands-on part. So draw a mountain on a paper, draw some birds around it. So basically we are trying to draw some natural scenery. Draw a house on a page where you have drawn mountain or birds. So draw a house on same page. Draw a baby face. You can draw a baby face. And lastly, draw a laptop. Yeah, all we are using laptop or mobile phone right now. So so you may draw a laptop or a mobile phone. Yeah. Keep it rough and dirty. Don't worry about the beauty of the drawing. Right now we are not looking for that. So with this exercise, I should have asked you why we are doing it, but let me tell you, because of the shorter time. So with this exercise, when I ask you to draw a mountain, you have drawn something like this or similar to this. Yeah. When I ask you to draw birds, it is something like this: a small R, alphabet, English alphabet, or house, this or this, baby face, something like this. This is my drawing. I mean, by the way, it is not that much good, but yeah. And laptop. Yeah. So just write down how many of we have drawn something like this or similar to this picture. Just write down on the chat box.
वेबिनार चल रहा है एग्जिट करना
I can see the chat box. Yeah. Okay. So yes. So many people. Yeah. Yeah. So we all have. Yeah. Great. So we all have drawn something like this, and the answer is yes, certainly for everyone. And this is the reason why Grace Hooper, a great computer scientist from America and Navy admiral, said that we have always done it in this way. Yeah. So from the our schooling, from learn something or learn everything in a certain way. Our education, it kills, or the society or education system kills, and that is why we are having these workshops of design thinking right now for us, for education or educationist in academia. So if you can see in the picture, we all are facing the problem with our status quo, and this is the picture of world map upside down. And to overcome our status, design thinking, our creativity, these all are same, helps us in challenges this challenging this status quo. And but for that we need to unlearn ourselves. We have so many information packed with this education, and in these 4 years or in these 12 years of education, basic education, we have so many information packed with us, and due to this new age of internet era, we are even more having more information that actually we don't require, and so that we need to unlearn our learning. So for student it is very much important, and this is the three part where three things that we have to understand, that you need to learn the subject, you need to learn your theory and other aspects during your classes. You need to unlearn that theory by practically applying those theory or learning in through a project or through a startup idea, or any academic project, and that is why their practical projects are there. And from that project, whatever you learn by applying the theory, whatever you learn through prototyping, through iterations, through feedback, whatever you learn, you need to relearn the things about the theory and aspects and principles. So learn, unlearn, and relearn is very much important aspects in today's time. We have to inculcate this mindset, and it is for our academic colleague here to look at into this. Edward de Bono said that we need perceptual thinking, creative thinking, and design thinking, and none of these is a part of our traditional system of logic and analysis. So design thinking combines critical thinking, which is mainly a logic and analysis, with critical thinking, which is synthesize the things, right? So design thinking combines or bring together this critical thinking and creative thinking into a learner. And that is why we, after using it or applying design thinking for our problem, idea, or our project, we could find out an innovative solution or creative solution. And that is where our national education policy or new education policy recently created by our government said that innovation, creativity, and problem solving will be at the center. It will be a student centric and teacher centric policy, not the university centric or college centric. It is having also the empathetic approach, project based learning, and developing and understanding or nurturing the 21st century skills. And if you take the picture of this slide, and during our learning, during our 5 days of workshop, if we see, all of these aspects are in thinking process, and we are going to apply all these aspects, or we are going to learn about these aspects during these 5 days. So design thinking helps us in two broader way. As I said, it is helping us to creating our startup, our own entrepreneurial journey. If we want to start our business, where there are lot many skill sets which are required by entrepreneur, can be developed through design thinking, practical based learning. And it is also help us if we want to become intrapreneur. So intrapreneur is the term used for the person who are working into the working into the system or working into any company. So I must say, Professor Vyas is an intrapreneur because he is trying to bring lot many new things to your institute. So intrapreneur is the person who innovate within the business, who is a salaried or who is doing the job, but for them, for both of them, this 21st century skill set is required, and design thinking helps us to create this skill sets. The second aspect is industry requires it. So industry today required it. I would request businesses can
ये हिमांशु पंड्या है शायद, हिमांशु पंड्या का आ रहा है, देखो।
I think there is some background. Yeah. So industry requires the manpower and those who can understand the problems of their users or customers. And right now, as we have seen in this lockdown condition, every industrial sectors or every businesses are facing many challenges. and for them their survival, right now so many industries are starting using design thinking, and it is helping them. So I'm working with couple of corporate and couple of businesses here, for helping them to identify the needs of the people or their customers, and try to create a better experience through their product and services. And even a strategic design where we are designing their the entire system of working, where they are identifying the problems within their industry or their processes and trying to solve those problems. And as we are saying that after this lockdown, and we are already seeing that India will become a next manufacturing hub. But I would like to request everyone that we are not going to be the second China where we are only manufacturing, but we need to design, we need to manufacture, we need to brand, and we need to market our own products, and looking at local problem and taking developing a solution which can go global level, right? So that is where our role will be. Some of the industries who have outperformed S&P. S&P is Standards and Poor's, one of the criteria index for innovation and for industries. So this 50 companies out of I think 75 US listed companies have outperformed S&P by 228% in 10 years. And these all companies are using design thinking and design centric. These all are design centric organization. Companies are like Apple, Coca-Cola, Ford, IBM, Intuit, Starbucks, PG. All these are some of the companies who use design thinking. Using design thinking, these are some of the Indian firms. So I'm showing this slides because if you would like to work in any of the company, right, so you also need to learn about design thinking. And learning design thinking and applying design thinking for your academic project or your startup idea interview also, and it will keep the entire conversation of your interview in a very positive direction, which will favor you or favor your side during the interview, because these all company want design thinkers and innovative thinkers for their employee as their employee. This is the innovation ladder where this shows that the companies, those who are not using design, are at the bottom level, and the companies who use design or design thinking as their product development process, or even as for strategy, they are at step 3 or step 4 who are using design thinking. And 81% of the companies say that they would be open to a design thinking mindset for their corporate strategy. And 71% of trained employees say that design thinking has improved the working culture. It improves the collaboration, teamwork, and some of the qualities that is required for their working culture. So it is also important as an individual, as you for developing this mindset of creative thinking or design thinking to be work into this competitive world. So by learning design thinking, we are coming out of from our traditional mindset to more holistic, creative, and divergent convergent thinking kind of mindset. And this report from Mint magazine recently showed that reported that 136 million job will be at risk after this corona pandemic situation, and we are experiencing so laid off from our friends and family members around the world. So welcome to the race. We have 300 participants, and I'm sure that at RTU every year 50-60,000 or maybe 1 lakh students are graduating out. As at GTU we are having 60,000 average students every year who graduate out from engineering branch only. So welcome to the race. Knowingly, unknowingly, fortunately, unfortunately, you are the part of this race, throat cutting competition. And if you want to win this race, you need to be different. We need collaboration, we need teamwork, but we also need to be different than other, so that we can go ahead and we can, you know, create this world a better place to live. It is not like a competition, like a boxing or, you know, something like that. We are not in war with other people, but definitely for sharpening your skills and acquiring talent, which is required to be successful into the market, you need to be different. Yeah. So let's have another hands-on, that is we call I have and I need. So to identify the skill sets which are required, will be with you for a longer period, maybe for entire lifetime span, and you can develop your own skill sets and sharpen your skills with this small hands-on exercise. So on the paper, I would like to trace your palm. So you have to put your palm on the paper and you need to trace your palm, only the palm, both hand. You can use both different paper or single paper. So just quickly trace your, draw your palm. So Abhishek sir or Kunjpreet, would you like me to use Hindi, English both, or English is fine for everyone? Just let me know.
You can use mix also. That is fine.
Okay, sure, sure. So in this exercise, हमें अपने जो हमारा जो हथेली है, palm है, उसको draw करना है. So quickly draw. I think it will not take much time. So please draw your palm. आपका hand इतना हाथ जो है आप draw करिए. Both the hands, and if you are righty, अगर आप दाहिने हाथ से लिखते हैं, so you can write down I have above the right hand. आपके दाहिने हाथ के ऊपर आप लिख लीजिए I have. So the skill that you have, you possess, आपके पास जो skills हैं वो हम लिखेंगे हमारे right. So I am righty, मैं right hand से लिखता हूँ, तो मैं right hand के ऊपर लिखूंगा I have. And if you are lefty, so you need to write down I have on your left hand. And जो लोग righty हैं वो left hand के ऊपर लिखे I need. तो आपको जो skills चाहिए, आपको जो skills develop करने हैं, वो लिखेंगे हम left hand पे, अगर आप righty हैं तो, right? So it is opposite. So I have and I need. Yeah, quickly. Okay. This is one video on digital transformation, as mentioned by Yagnik ji. So we are in the digital transformation era, and the world is moving very fast. And if we not adapt and adopt the things and the changes happening around us, we will be thrown out of this race or of this world. So this is the video on digital transformation, and it is talking about some of the skill sets which are required by the 21st century people. So kindly see the video. Kindly आप ये वीडियो देखिए, और इसमें जो भी स्किल सेट मेंशन किए हैं वो आप नोट डाउन करते जाइए. जो भी आपको लगता है, जो आपको वीडियो में से आप ग्रास्प करते हो और आपको लगता है कि ये नोट डाउन करने लायक है, so kindly make the note out of the video, and at the end I will ask you what you have learned, और आपने क्या देखा और क्या सीखा ये वीडियो से. Yeah, so let me play. Just let me know अगर वॉइस नहीं आ रहा है तो.
Once upon a time, business as usual was often good enough. No more. Where we are going, good enough is dead. In a world where everything is connected, where everything is equally excellent, where performance is reaching perfection, there's only one space left to innovate in: the raging tornado of change fueled by digitization, mobilization, augmentation, disintermediation, automation. Well, the list goes on. Science fiction is becoming science fact. Think about self-driving cars or computers that can learn and think. The way we work will never be the same. The skills we need will be dramatically different. Winning or losing are now happening faster than ever before. So what's your response? How will you discover new opportunities in one of the most transformational times in human history? Are you driving change, or are you being driven by it? Disruption has become the new normal. With change, it's always gradually, then suddenly, well, things really have stopped happening gradually. This change is exponential. Everything that used to be dumb and disconnected is now wired and intelligent. Cars, cities, ports talk to each other. These game changers are also combinatorial. They amplify each other, creating a perfect storm of change. Quantum computing fuels big data. The Internet of Things fuels artificial intelligence and deep learning, which fuels robotics. However, anything that cannot be digitized or automated will become extremely valuable. Human-only traits such as creativity, imagination, intuition, emotion, and ethics will be even more important in the future, because machines are very good at simulating, but not at being. Yes, robots and software will do some of our work, but this will allow us to focus on things that cannot be automated. To imagine change squared, you've got to start engaging more with what might be, not just with what is. Immerse yourself in the immediate future, 5 to 7 years out from today. We need to go beyond technology and data to reach human insights and wisdom. Technology represents the how of change, but humans represent the why. The future is about holistic business model. The opportunity is to be liquid, to learn just in time, not just in case, not single improvements, but complete transformations, not individual systems, but new ecosystems. Humanity is where true and lasting value is created. We will engage, relate, and buy things because of the experiences they provide, because of their transformative power. The future doesn't just happen, the future gets happened. The new way to work is to embrace technology, but not to become it. The future is in technology, yet the bigger future lies in transcending it. Let's live and lead from.
Okay, so guys, let me ask you a couple of questions here and kindly reply to the chat box. So yeah, so what have you observed? What could you observe so far from this video? आपने क्या देखा, क्या सीखा? What are those things? Anything from the video? Yeah, quickly, any answer? Change is necessary with time. Yes, of course. Vaibhav. Digital is future. As time pass, as human adopt the changes. Yes. Anyone else? We have to be creative to drive the world. Time is the true unit. Okay, great. We have to innovate, make our mindset creative, create a change. It's instead just being a part of it. Yes. Not be done. Okay. Great. Upgrade yourself. Creativity requires in every era, beyond data and technology. Okay. Yeah, great. So you have you know, seen the videos and learned that technology is not only the answer for innovation and for our solution. Technology is a part of it. We need to go beyond the technology. We need to find out the human aspects, human experiential needs or human needs, which are there for in any problem or in any domain. And with that, we also need to see that we need to learn some of the human needs, which we call a 21st century skill sets. And this 16 skill sets are given by World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum, as you all of you might know, and if you don't know, kindly Google it. So I'll keep curious to learn some more things about the 21st century. So they have divided these 16 skill sets into three categories. First categories जो हम स्कूल कॉलेजेस से सीखते हैं, फाउंडेशनल लिटरेसीज जिसको बोलते हैं. The second category is competencies from second and third categories, competencies and character qualities, skill sets like critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, communication, collaboration, curiosity, initiativeness, persistence and grit, adaptability, leadership qualities, social and cultural awareness. So all these skill sets are required to understand, to learn and acquire. और हमें ये डेवलप करने पड़ेंगे अगर हमें आगे अपने बिजनेस में, अपने स्टार्टअप में हमें आगे बढ़ना है और सक्सेसफुल होना है. सो डिजाइन थिंकिंग विल हेल्प यू to learn and develop all these skill sets. So design thinking itself a problem solving methodology or approach. Design thinking brings a creativity, communication, because हम बहुत बहुत बार डिजाइन थिंकिंग प्रोजेक्ट में बाहर जाते हैं, लोगों से बातें करते हैं, so हमारा कम्युनिकेशन स्किल बढ़ता है. Communication here is not only meant by how well you speak into any language like English, गुजराती, हिंदी में हम कितना अच्छे से बात करते हैं वो नहीं. Communicating your thought and ideas to the people, right? It is real communication. Collaboration with other people, with different people. Curiosity बहुत important है in any project or any startup or for any person to grow and to become successful. And in our students, we are not right now seeing curiosity. In most of the students, they are not curious enough to learn the things, right? So you need to become more curious to learn the new things, and you need to have beginners mindset, like a small एक छोटे बच्चे जैसा mindset रख के आपको design thinking के जो है project हम करते हैं, right? Initiativeness, persistence and grit for startup persistence. कोई भी अगर आप स्टार्टअप कर रहे हैं, आइडिया को आप परस्यू कर रहे हैं, तो उसको भले ही फेल हो, आप उसके पीछे लगे रहते हैं. Adaptability, leadership and social and cultural awareness. So all these skill sets are very much important. So I would, आपने अभी आपके पेपर पे हैंड ड्रॉ किया है, आपने पाम ड्रॉ किया है. So आप इसमें से जो भी स्किल आपके पास है या जो आपने वीडियो में देखा, वीडियो में भी हमने बहुत सारे स्किल्स तो वीडियो एंड ये स्लाइड से जो आपके स्किल्स हैं वो हमें लिखने हैं. आई हैव के हैंड के ऊपर, and have right now, during these 5 days we need to also see what kind of skill sets we are going to develop in a near future. एंड आपके आगे के कैरियर में भी आप ये देखिए, ये पेज के साथ, तो आपका ये पेज कहीं पे आपका रूम जहां पे है वहां छिप स्किल, क्रिएट न्यू पेजेस. आप एक बार स्किल सीख लिया, 5 स्किल सीख लिया, फिर उसको रिफाइन करना है, बट नए नए स्किल सीखते जाने हैं, राइट? सो लर्निंग नेवर स्टॉप्स. सो आप ये पूरा पेज जो है लाइफ टाइम रख सकते हैं. यू कैन लर्न द स्किल सेट्स. So in a nutshell, why design thinking? So design thinking promotes collaborative learning, experiential learning and social learning. Yeah, it is a methodology. It is not only the some principle or like a Six Sigma have one equation, and that we have to follow. हमें वो follow ही करना पड़ता है तो ही हमें वो quality आती है. But design thinking is a intuitive. It is a creative. It only gives us the process and methodology, or has a lot many things. We can do lot many things into that, right? हम उसको plus minus बहुत सारी चीजें हम कर सकते हैं उसमें. So ये एक 1 + 1 = 2 जैसा mathematical formula नहीं है. Design thinking is a methodology, is a process and approach of solving a problem, of coming out with the newer ideas and innovation. It is a formula for innovation and stepping stone or foundation stone for entrepreneurship, and is a process of co-creation involving all stakeholders, right? It is very much important that you involve all stakeholders, all your user. हम ये सारे जो कुछ terminology हैं वो आगे देखेंगे. And Robert Swan said that the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. हमें ऐसा लगता है कि कोई आएगा, कोई वो मैजिक वन लेके आएगा, वो मैजिक घुमाएगा, एंड पूरे सारे हमारे जो प्रॉब्लम है वो सॉल्व हो जाएंगे. और इसी थॉट में, इसी बिलीफ में हम पूरी लाइफ निकाल देते हैं. इवन इफ वी हैव लर्न सो मेनी थिंग्स इनटू आवर लाइफ through education, through experiences, through so many situations and people's behavior, हम उसको imbibe करके apply नहीं करते हैं. That is why I said learning, unlearning and relearning is very much important. So let's start this revolution of saving ourselves and saving our world, solving problems around us, and for that design thinking will be our hero, right? So ये 5 दिन के मूवी का जो हीरो है वो है design thinking. And with that, let's understand what is design thinking. But before that, if it is 3:30, so if you want, we can take a 5-minute quick break. We will not take a 15-minute because we are running short of time. So if Abhishek sir or Kunjpreet, if you can suggest, can we take 5-minute short break, or should we continue?
Yes, I think we can take 5-minute break.
Okay, so we'll take 5-minute quick break, and then we'll be here to understand about what is design thinking. Yeah, okay, let's take a 5-minute quick break. मिलता होता है। Okay, so are we all back? Let me again share my screen and uh,
Yeah, you can start.
yeah, sure. So let's talk about what is design thinking. In the first part, we have understood why design thinking is important. Mainly three reasons. World requires it, where we are facing so many global problems and complex problems. We require the mindset of design thinking and creative thinking, along with other 21st century skill sets which are required for any professional or for any entrepreneur to be successful into the coming future. Industry requires it to solve their problems and create a value added solutions experience for their users and customer, and we as an individual requires it to learn and excel into our career. So with that, let us understand what is design thinking. Design thinking kya hai, and the process and some of the tools which are required to create a design thinking project or apply design thinking to project. So so uh, when we talk about design thinking, it is something like that, where six blind people are trying to identify or describe the elephant by only touching it, who are blind by the birth and who have never seen the elephant. And this is I kept this picture because design thinking nowadays become very fashionable, and every next person who are coming who are attending one webinar or small workshop are now writing down design thinker in their profile. And दो डिबेट ऐसे वर्ल्ड में जा रहे हैं या वर्ल्ड में चल रहे हैं कि डिजाइन थिंकिंग इज वेरी यूजफुल, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर इनोवेशन एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, एंड इट कैन क्रिएट अ मार्वेल, it can create magic for us. एंड दूसरा एक डिबेट ऐसा भी है जहां पे लोग बोल रहे हैं कि डिजाइन थिंकिंग इज नॉट दैट मच यूजफुल और वो हमें कोई हेल्प नहीं करता है, एंड इट इज अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम. So if we are using design thinking in its true sense, as I said, it is a methodology and approach. If we use it by through the process, through the tools and technique, and apply right tool for our context, our project, एंड अगर हम उसको प्रॉपरली यूज करते हैं यूजिंग विथ सम मेंटर्स गाइडेंस, हम उसको अच्छे से यूज करते हैं, इट कैन क्रिएट मार्वल फॉर अस. एंड मैं आपको कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स, कुछ आइडिया या कुछ प्रोडक्ट और सर्विसेज मैं दिखाऊंगा जो डिजाइन थिंकिंग के थ्रू कुछ वीडियो देखेंगे जो डिजाइनिंग के थ्रू उन्होंने डेवलप किए हैं, इनोवेट किए हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल ये 5 दिन के वर्कशॉप में मैं आपको कुछ टेम्पलेट या कुछ टूल्स देने वाला हूँ। अगर आप जो मैं जिस हिसाब से बताऊंगा या जो टेम्पलेट मैं बताऊंगा ऑब्जर्वेशन के लिए, जो हर एक प्रोजेक्ट में अप्लाई करने चाहेंगे, तो फिर हमें जो डिजाइन थिंकिंग का रिजल्ट है वो नहीं मिलेगा, राइट? सो डिजाइन थिंकिंग इज कंटेक्चुअल, इट इज नॉट टेम्पलेट बेस्ड. या सो some of the ground rules that we need to keep in our mind. Child state of mind, हमें अपना जो माइंड है वो एक छोटे बच्चे जैसा रखना है, क्यूरियस होना है, लर्निंग के लिए प्रिपेयर रहना है, ओपन माइंडेड रहना है. एडल्ट स्टेट ऑफ लर्निंग, लेकिन हमें सीरियस होना है अबाउट आवर लर्निंग एंड अबाउट डूइंग द थिंग्स. मैं जहां जहां आपको कुछ हैंड्स ऑन एक्सरसाइज देता हूं या असाइनमेंट भी हम देंगे ओवर दी आफ्टर दिस सेशन, आपको कुछ चीजें करके आनी है ताकि हम ये डिजाइन थिंकिंग कंप्लीट प्रोजेक्ट के लिए यूज होता है. ये 5 दिन में करवाना एक प्रोजेक्ट के लिए बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है, बट वी आर here we are having the drill, or we are having small T5 20 of entire project and how it goes to the actual practical application. We need to have the fun, and everything that we are doing in is about fun and enjoying with your colleagues and partners. Please keep aside your Google IQ right now. एक जो हम information भरा हुआ है उसको side में रखेंगे. That is where we can challenge our status quo, is where we can learn from our, we can change our traditional thinking to more creative thinking, and traditional thinking से बाहर आएंगे. So what is this traditional thinking versus design thinking? So traditional thinking is talk about what is the right answer. कोई भी प्रॉब्लम को दिया जाता है या कोई भी प्रॉब्लम प्रोजेक्ट आप करते हैं तो सबसे पहले हम ये देखते हैं कि क्या सही आंसर है, सॉल्यूशन सही है, राइट? वी जंप फॉर द सॉल्यूशन. वेयर डिजाइन थिंकिंग ट्राइज टू फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज द राइट क्वेश्चन, हैव वी द राइट क्वेश्चन टू आवर people to find out their need. So design thinking starts with the right question. Traditional thinking is repeatable, proven process. हर बार आप करते हो और वो रिपीटेबल है. Thinking is intuitive and creative process, mindset. Traditional thinking, think for insight. आप insight, मैं आपको insight के बारे में आगे थोड़ा डिटेल में बताऊंगा. But design thinking, traditional thinking, think for insight. सोचते हैं अपने एसी कैबिन में बैठे बैठे कि लोगों को क्या चाहिए होगा, लोगों की नीड क्या है. वेयर इज डिजाइन थिंकिंग, बिल्ड फॉर इनसाइट. हम वहां जाते हैं, ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, लोगों से बात करते हैं, वी बिल्ड दोज इनसाइट्स. या ट्रेडिशनल थिंकिंग इज ऑल अबाउट टेल मी मोर, and design thinking is all about listen more. There is also a tool called design by listening, or listening, designing through a listening methodology. So जहाँ पे आप अगर लोगों को सुनेंगे, अब उनके प्रॉब्लम्स को समझोगे तो ही पाएंगे. एम्पैथी इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप ऑफ so this is the difference. In traditional thinking we design for people, here we design with people, we create, collaborate with the people. And traditional thinking talks about facts, where design thinking talks about feeling, stories and insights, and it is collaborative. Yeah. So in business thinking, in normal traditional thinking, what we do is we have some problems and we try to solve it through one solution. हम कोई भी प्रॉब्लम्स होता है उसका एक सॉल्यूशन लेके आते हैं एंड उसको फिर हम मार्केट में लेके जाते हैं. इन डिजाइन थिंकिंग we try to understand the problems before we define the problem. We understand the problems through observation, through empathy. We have multiple problems, select final problem, and from that problem we create lot many solutions, and after that couple of solutions को final possible idea या concept पे आते हैं. So in that sense, design thinking, as I say, particularly it is a controversial part or controversial term, particularly the thinking part. जब हम लोग डिजाइन थिंकिंग के बारे में बताते हैं तो लोग ऐसा मानते हैं कि वो थिंकिंग ही होगा, but it is more than just thinking. It's all about doing the things, and we will also experience it by ourselves. There is one myth called Moses myth, that innovate miracle. Moses is a creative person. So एंशिएंट टाइम में ये एक मीथ था कि जो इनोवेशन है वो मिरेकल है, एंड इनोवेशन कुछ लोग भी कर पाते हैं, जिनको भगवान से कुछ वरदान मिला है, जो लोग बहुत ही जीनियस है, क्रिएटिव हैं। एंड एंशिएंट टाइम में जो राजा महाराजा होते थे या उनके वजीर होते थे, राइट, जैसे बीरबल था अकबर के दरबार में, तो इन्हीं लोग क्रिएटिव मानते थे, कॉमन लोगों को क्रिएटिव या जीनियस नहीं मानता था, राइट। सो एक वो एक मिथ था, एंड दैट मिथ ऑल्सो कंटिन्यूज इन आवर एजुकेशन सिस्टम है। अगर टीचर को फंक्शन के हैकेथॉन टीम में किसी को भेजना है, तो वी ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट बेस्ट स्टूडेंट्स जिसके ग्रेड अच्छे हैं, जिसके ए ग्रेड है, राइट। बट हमने ये भी देखा है कि ऐसे जो कॉम्पिटिशन्स होते हैं, प्रैक्टिकल लर्निंग के या प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन के जो कॉम्पिटिशन होते हैं, उसमें लास्ट बेंचर या जो लास्ट में आता है, फेल होता है, वो लोग अच्छा कुछ रिजल्ट लेके आते हैं, राइट। सो इनोवेशन, people would believe that innovation is a miracle, but design thinking proves this myth with all due respect, that this is the wrong, and innovation can be done, or anyone can become a genius. कोई भी बंदा, कोई भी जो है लड़का लड़की genius बन सकता है, innovation कर सकता है, if we follow some structured approach, and that structured approach called the design thinking. So design thinking is a mindset of human centeredness, empathetic, collaborative, optimistic, and experimental. Yeah, so we need to collaborate, we need to get option focused, and we need to have iterative mindset, experimental mindset within us. Design thinking is a mindset, as I said, of creative process for problem solving. Diversion conversion process, it is continuously a diversion conversion process, आगे हम देखेंगे. It calls for users' emotional need. So all depends on users' emotional need, users' unhidden, unsaid, unarticulated needs, we can call it. Design thinking is also a multidisciplinary approach, and that is why in our team building sessions that we need to have team members, team, एंड जैसे वाइस चांसलर सर ने बोला, मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी अगर प्रोजेक्ट है, राइट, तो हमें बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट मिलेगा. डिफरेंट कॉलेजेस फ्रॉम डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट, इफ यू कैन कम टुगेदर एंड फाइंड आउट प्रॉब्लम्स एंड ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट. Design thinking, we say that, or in startup we say that we see problems as an opportunity. Design thinking is all about celebrating the failure. So failure doesn't mean that you are failing in traditional way, जो हम बोलते हैं कि ये फेल हो गया, टेक में फेल हो गया, लाइफ में फेल हो गया. In design thinking, failure means we are building the things, we are testing. हम फीडबैक अगर वो उनके जो प्रोडक्ट बनाया है वो अगर उनके एक्सपेक्टेशन के हिसाब नहीं है, तो वी कंसीडर वी फेल टू अंडरस्टैंड देयर we fail to understand their need. Then we try to remake it or redesign it. So build, test, fail and iterate process को continuously चल रहेगा. और इसीलिए in design thinking we are saying that there is nothing right and wrong. It is all about good design and bad design. यहाँ पे और जब भी, इसलिए मैं आपको जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछूं, do not think कि ये right होगा या wrong. Be curious and yeah, here not testing intelligence of anyone, and here there is no expert, we learn together from each other. So in design thinking, it is collaborative, it is co-creation, and there is no right and wrong answer. It is all about perception, that percepts try to find out from our domain, from people. Can be applied to our sorry, I was I think disconnected. Now it is good. Can I can see me or?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah, good. So I think last slide I was disconnected, right?
Yes, sir.
Kunjpreet? Yes, sir. Okay. So basically, I was discussing that design thinking can be applied to almost any field, and we have seen that even for solving your own problems, मैंने जहाँ पे वर्कशॉप्स किए हैं, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स ने ये भी बताया आफ्टर 4 दिन के 5 दिन वर्कशॉप के बाद कि उनके जो फैमिली प्रॉब्लम और पर्सनल प्रॉब्लम थे उसको भी उन्होंने एम्पैथी से और डिजाइन थिंकिंग से सॉल्व किया. सो इट कैन बी अप्लाइड टू ऑलमोस्ट एनी. डिजाइन पीपल हैव यूज्ड टू डिजाइन देयर own life, because this is iterative, this is the process of solving the problem, this is the process of creating new ideas. So आप आपका life जो है उसको भी design thinking से define या design कर सकते हैं. And even there is one course on that which is available on Coursera or Udemy, जहाँ पे saying that use design thinking to design your life. Yeah. And as I said, it is a contextual approach, not template based. Kunjpreet, let me know if my internet connection is not proper. It is running due to the internet, so I will switch over to another connection. Yeah. So, yeah. So design thinking, as I said, it is a contextual approach and not a template based approach. So let me give you one example that during this pandemic, uh, uh, you know I forgot the name of your city from Rajasthan. Pandemic में जो सबसे पहला रोल मॉडल जिन्होंने किया था, I think बांसवाड़ा, no,
Bhilwara.
yeah, Bhilwara, yeah, Bhilwara model. So Bhilwara model जो था वो इंडिया में और पूरे वर्ल्ड में वो फेमस हुआ for reason that they have applied very contextual approach for coming out of this pandemic situation. And उन्होंने कोरोना से बचने के लिए अपने जो प्रॉब्लम्स थे उसको आइडेंटिफाई करके बहुत अच्छे से उन्होंने सॉल्व किया. बट द मॉडल cannot be applied, maybe or may not be applied to Ahmedabad or Udaipur, any other place, because the context, the problem are very different. बिलवाड़ा में या लोग गवर्नमेंट को सुन के या लोग साथ में आए, कोलैबोरेट किया, शायद अहमदाबाद में या उदयपुर में पॉसिबल नहीं है. So we have to find out our contextual needs and problems of the domain or area जहाँ पे हम प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना चाहते हैं, एंड देन अप्लाई डिजाइन थिंकिंग, अप्लाई डिफरेंट टूल्स एज पर कंटेक्स्ट and try to solve it. So design thinking is contextual, it is not based. So design thinking
Excuse me, sir. I think our internet connection is not stable.
Yeah. Okay. Let me connect.
Hello.
Is it good now?
Yes, it is. So you can switch off your video. It consumes more internet.
Okay. Yeah. Let me do that. Thank you for that suggestion. So yeah. Okay. So design thinking is a human-centered approach. If we talk about the definition, design thinking is a human-centered approach for the innovation, which integrates three things: needs of the people, possibilities of the technology, and requirement for business success. So आपको ये तीन चीजें जो है वो find out करनी है, apply करनी है, and integrate करनी है using design thinking process, looking at the problems of the people, problems of your user or stakeholders within the domain. So this definition is given by Tim Brown, the CEO of IDEO company. IDEO is considered as one of the most innovative firm by the businesses today, and they are consulting with Apple, Apple, Samsung, and various other. So Apple mouse right now that we have used are from the IDEO team, and this Tim Brown, David Kelly, and Tom Kelly are the people who have created this IDEO firm. And these are the people, along with Steve Jobs itself, these are the people who have developed or coined this term called design thinking in around 1960, when they are researching into the Silicon Valley and Stanford, and they have given this definition and process of design thinking. So if we see this definition, अगर हम ये जो definition है उसको graphical form में देखते हैं, so it is about finding the desirability of the people, needs of the people, desirability of the people, technical feasibility and business viability. So ये तीन चीजें जो हैं हमें इंटीग्रेट करनी है, और सबसे पहले आता है पीपल्स डिजायबिलिटी. सबसे पहले हमें लोगों की नीड क्या है, लोगों की डिजायबिलिटी क्या है, वेदर whatever the product or service we are going to create, it is desirable by the people. people को वो चाहिए, लोगों को वो चाहिए या नहीं, लोगों की नीड या जो प्रॉब्लम है वो सॉल्व करेगी ही नहीं, ये देखना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. So the first thing that we have to so first thing that we have to try to find out is people's desirability in design thinking project. Second is technical feasibility, and third is business viability. So if you remember my first slide, it is why, what, and how. So why we are doing, because there is a people's desirability. What is the technology that we are going to use, and how we can make the business viable, right? And if we use this design thinking process, tools, and technique, we will get the experience innovation. So from where we have started, why, what, and how, it answers the questions. I mean, all these questions are answered by design thinking process by finding out the people's desirability, technical feasibility, and business viability. अगर ये तीन चीजें हम इंटीग्रेट करते हैं, हम ये तीन चीजों का प्रॉपरली आंसर करते हैं थ्रू अवर प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विस, आवर प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विस विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज अ एक्सपीरियंस इनोवेशन. या और इसी का रीजन है कि एप्पल एक्स या एप्पल 12 का प्राइस 1 लाख 30,000 होने के बावजूद भी लोग लाइन लगा के कतार में खड़े रह के वो 1 लाख का फोन लेते हैं. इवन इफ there are some other models available similar to that technology, और वो फीचर्स और टेक्नोलॉजी के हिसाब से सिमिलर मॉडल अवेलेबल है, मे बी सैमसंग वन प्लस के 40,000 30,000 में, फिर भी लोग एप्पल का फोन लेने जाते हैं, बिकॉज दे हैव क्रिएटेड दिस एक्सपीरियंस इनोवेशन विच इज रिक्वायर्ड बाय देयर people or customer. So if we see design thinking globally, and अगर हम design thinking प्रोसेस की बात करें, लोग अपने हिसाब से बहुत सारे प्रोसेसेस उन्होंने बनाए हैं, यूनिवर्सिटीज ने और कॉर्पोरेट ने, एंड दे आर यूजिंग डिजाइन थिंकिंग इन देयर वे कंटेक्चुअली, बट ऑल दीज प्रोसेसेस आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द सेम थिंग, राइट? सो इफ वी सी स्टैनफोर्ड स्कूल डिजाइन थिंकिंग प्रोसेस, स्टैनफोर्ड का प्रोसेस अगर देखें, it is having a 5 taste. So first of all, we will empathize with the people to understand, to find out the needs, then define the problem, ideate, create many idea, prototype it, and test it with the people. And this process is iterative. This is IDEO's design thinking process. अगर आप देखें तो ये भी सेम ही है. जैसे मैंने बोला कि design thinking is continuously a diversion conversion process. So with inspiration, ideation, and implementation phase, they are using this process. MIT starts with the product mainly, as MIT is an engineering and technological place. So mainly they start with the product, and they start to understand the product by understanding, observe, visualize, evaluate, and refine, and then implement. This is SAP step approach, look, think, and do. So they use these 3 steps of process. This is IBM loop, IBM approach, where they observe, reflect, and make, and this loop will continue till they satisfy their customer or their stakeholders. So these are all different approaches that people are used, and if you go onto the Google and search for design thinking process, you will get many steps. So but basically in 3, 4, or 5, 6 steps they are trying to define the design thinking or describe the design thinking. At my company, at Innodesk and at GTU, we are using this process in a 6 steps, starting from observation to empathize the people. Then after empathy, you define your problem statement and you ideate. So ideation phase, create lot many ideas, and from those ideas you would get the final concept or final solution through prototyping, a product development, after that prototyping and test. And if you see, the entire 6 step process is a bidirectional. You can see आप arrows देख सकते हैं, दोनों side हैं. That means the entire process is iterative process and human centered. It is a human centered approach. So आपके पूरे project में, आपके पूरे idea में या startup के venture में आपके जो user है, stakeholder है, जो human है, वो center में रहेंगे. उसके need क्या है वो आपको identify करने हैं, people's desirability क्या है वो identify करनी है, and then you need to find out, you need to integrate it with the technology through ideation, product development and prototype, and business viability. If we see this part from observation to some of the ideation part, till this step, it is a problem zone. What does that mean? ये जो part है, जब तक हम observation, empathy और थोड़ा बहुत ideation में हैं, तब तक हम सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम के बारे में देखेंगे या प्रॉब्लम के बारे में उसको जानने की ट्राई करेंगे. We are not jumping onto the solution, but our human mind is such such a way, it works in a such a way that we always first jump to the solution and then sometimes reverse we define the problem. So जब हम students को project रजिस्टर कराने के लिए बोलते हैं, एकेडमिक प्रोजेक्ट रजिस्टर कराने के लिए बोलते हैं, उनके माइंड में सबसे पहले सॉल्यूशन होता ही है. एंड इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ वी आर ऑल लिविंग विथ आवर स्टेटस क्यू, विथ आवर ट्रेडिशनल थिंकिंग, एंड वी आर नॉट गोइंग बियॉन्ड और आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स ऑफ आवर कंटेक्स्ट. सो that is why we always jump onto the solution first. But in design thinking, it says that you need to first find out or reframe the problem or problem challenge. So सबसे पहला और important aspect है to find out the people's desirability, लोगों के need क्या है, आपको problem identify करना. And यही reason है कि ज़्यादातर 42% startups are failed and 80 to 90% startups are failed because they didn't realize what is the need of the people or market, right? So सबसे पहले हमें लोगों का need, लोगों के problem और pain point क्या है, या then we go into the solution. But as you can see, due to our human capabilities or incapabilities, we can say ये जो दोनों phase हैं या दोनों zone है वो overlap हैं. So you are going here and there, theoretical process flow. So ये ऐसा कुछ दिखेगा जो स्टेप वाइज मैंने आपको बताया. बट इफ यू सी इन रियल, अगर आप स्टार्टअप करेंगे, अगर आप प्रोजेक्ट करेंगे, तो रियल प्रोसेस फ्लो कुछ ऐसा होगा. आप ऑब्जर्वेशन करने जाएंगे, कुछ माइंड में आइडिया आएगा, फिर एम्पैथाइज करेंगे लोगों के साथ, कुछ आप छोटा मोटा प्रोटोटाइप करेंगे, क्विक प्रोटोटाइप करेंगे, फिर से आप जाएंगे फील्ड पे, एम्पैथाइज करेंगे, ऑब्जर्वेशन करेंगे, टेस्ट करेंगे. एंड ये जो प्रोसेस है पूरा iteration में चलता रहेगा, और here and there you are going. So it is entirely a journey of a roller coaster ride. So in a start, that's why I said that let's start this roller coaster ride for innovation or startup. In initial period, जब हम पहले स्टार्टिंग में, जब हम हमारे प्रोजेक्ट के स्टार्टिंग फेज में हैं, so it will be very much uncertainty. आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा, आप अनसर्टन होंगे चीजों के बारे में, आपको क्लैरिटी नहीं होगी. बट एज यू गो थ्रू द प्रोसेस, इट इज लाइक वॉकिंग थ्रू द फॉग. आप फॉग से, धुम्मस से जब जाते हैं, सो आप जैसे 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 आगे जाता है वो क्लियर होता जाता है, और एक टाइम के बाद आप उससे बाहर निकल जाते हैं. सो इन डिजाइन थिंकिंग प्रोजेक्ट वर्किंग ऑन डिजाइन थिंकिंग प्रोजेक्ट फील्स यू द सेम थिंग, कि आपको पहले अनसर्टेनिटी होगी, आपको कोई पैटर्न या इंसाइट्स नजर नहीं आएगा. बट जैसे जैसे आप आगे जाएंगे, आफ्टर कंसेप्चुअलाइजेशन, आफ्टर प्रोटोटाइपिंग, यू विल हैव सम क्लैरिटी एंड फोकस फॉर योर इनोवेशन, राइट? सो डोंट वरी कि अगर आपको पहले कुछ समझ में ना आए, पहले 2-3 दिन तक ये वर्कशॉप में आपको समझ में ना आए, सिर्फ आपको जो टूल बताए जाते हैं, आपको जो गाइडलाइन दिए जाते हैं, उसके हिसाब से आप करते रहिए. या design thinking, as I said, it is a diversion conversion process. So this is called double diamond process diagram, जो initially introduce किया था डिजाइन काउंसिल ने, यूके डिजाइन काउंसिल. So this double diamond process or design thinking talks about the diversion conversion analysis synthesis part of the design thinking or aspects of the design thinking, जहाँ पे जो ट्रिगर लिखा है लेफ्ट साइड पे, right, it is from where you start your problem statement or from where you start your challenge statement, and from challenge you are going for observation. So ये जो diverse part है, जो यहाँ diverse होता है, you are going for observation, and आप आपके पूरे फील्ड में जाते हैं, आप ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, लोगों से बातें करते हैं, इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, एम्पथाइज करते हैं, एंड देन यू हैव लॉट मेनी डेटा पॉइंट्स. आपके पास बहुत सारे डेटा पॉइंट्स आएंगे, बहुत सारा डेटा आएगा through your observation, empathy and interview, from where you are converging those data points to define a final problem statement. So then you converge it, you analyze and synthesize the data points and converge into a final problem statement. From final problem statement you again diverge for finding out the solutions. So आप बहुत सारे ideas लाएंगे ideation phase में. Then from those ideas, जो ideas आपके आएंगे, roughly ideas जो maybe 50, 100, 200 ideas आए होंगे, उसमें से आप फिर prototype and test करके उसको final solution में converge करेंगे. So it is continuously diversion, conversion, analysis, synthesis process, right? And it goes continuous in a cycle. So let us see this small video to understand about design thinking. Very, very beautiful video. Yeah, so so in this video you can see that how both of the this creature have their different needs and their different problems. So it is not about the how beautiful or how aesthetic or functional product you create or service you create. It is also about understanding their needs and their pain points or their problems, and then try to solve those problems through your solution, through the technology. So finding out the desirability, feasibility and viability in that sense. This is another this is a case study on Embrace baby warmer, Stanford student. So from their post graduation, from master degree students, they have created this baby warmer, and 4 or 5 students came to India, visited the place, a small village near Hyderabad, and they have identified some of the problems, they have identified insights and learned about the problems and pain points of the mother or family who have lost their small recently born kids due to the unavailability of the baby warmer, I mean the incubator. So आप लेफ्ट साइड देख सकते हैं कि नॉर्मली जो न्यूट्रिशंस जिन बच्चों को नहीं मिलता है प्रॉपरली जब उनके मम्मी के पेट में होते हैं, तो उनको फिर इंक्यूबेटर में रखा जाता है. एंड बहुत सारे जो इंडिया में बहुत सारे ऐसे जो बच्चे हैं नवजात शिशु, वो डाई होते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ अनअवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ, क्योंकि ये जो बेबी इंक्यूबेटर का कॉस्ट है बहुत हाई है, एंड इन रूरल एरियाज गवर्नमेंट इवन कांट अफोर्ड टू प्रोवाइड दिस काइंड ऑफ बेबी वार्मर. सो उन्होंने एक छोटा सा एक बेबी वार्मर बैग टाइप बनाया, एंड कैसे पूरा जर्नी हुआ है वो हम ये वीडियो से देखेंगे. एंड आई अगेन would like to ask you and request you to write down the learning point from this video. आप ये वीडियो में जो आपको ध्यान में आता है और जो प्रोसेस अभी हमने डिस्क्राइब किया, ऑब्जर्वेशन, एम्पैथी, आइडिएशन, प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट, प्रोटोटाइप एंड टेस्ट, एंड जो हमने डिजाइन थिंकिंग के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स और मैंने आपको कुछ चीजें बताई कि ये डिजाइन थिंकिंग के बारे में. सो वो कंटेक्स्ट को ध्यान में रखते हुए, अभी तक का जो हमने सेशन लिया है उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए, काइंडली राइट डाउन योर लर्निंग पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम दिस वीडियो, learning notes from this video, right? And at the end of the workshop I would also like to request you कि you submit a small 2 or 3 page of your learning outcomes from this workshop. Anything that you learn, anything that inspire you, anything that provoke you, आपको जो भी अच्छा लगा हो, आपको जो इंस्पायर किया हो, मोटिवेट किया हो, regarding process, regarding tools, regarding any things, video and everything, right? So kindly note down the learning aspects from the video and we will see the video. Yeah.
This story begins 3 years ago when graduate students at Stanford University were assigned a class challenge: design an incubator that could save premature newborn babies in India. One that would cost less than $200 and help to solve the crisis of infant mortality in any other country in the world. In fact, nearly 2 million children under the age of 5 die in this country every year. Most of them live in poor neighborhoods like this one outside the city of Hyderabad. Most of the babies who die here don't even make it 1 month.
One of the biggest problems they face is simply staying warm, because these babies are so tiny, they don't have enough fat to regulate their own body temperature. 4 million of these babies die every year. The ones who
Sorry.
Make it 1 month.
One of the biggest problems they face is simply staying warm, because these babies are so tiny, they don't have enough fat to regulate their own body temperature.
So the first reason or first insight that they found is this small babies are dying because of because they can't keep themselves warm, right? उनके बॉडी पे इतना फैट नहीं होता है कि खुद को वार्म रख पाए और उसकी वजह से वो डाई होते हैं और इसीलिए वो बेबी इंक्यूबेटर में उनको रखा जाता है, राइट? सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट इनसाइट दैट दे फाइंड आउट by observation, by talking to the people.
Of these babies die every year. The ones who do not die grow up with severe long-term health problems, because so much of their bodily functions are going towards staying warm that their organs don't develop normally.
Jane and her team traveled to India to see for themselves why the babies were dying. They learned that 80% of the tiny infants who need incubators only need them to keep warm. And most of them were in remote villages and in the urban slums, far from hospitals with the $20,000 machines.
By the end of the class, we knew we were onto something.
So they came down from cost of $20,000 to $200, and उन्होंने ये भी find out किया कि जो most of the babies उनको सिर्फ वार्म अपना बॉडी टेम्परेचर वार्म रखने के लिए ही उनको बेबी इंक्यूबेटर में रखा जाता है. बेबी इंक्यूबेटर जो दूसरे पर्पस के लिए भी यूज होता है हॉस्पिटल्स में, वो जरूर नहीं है यहाँ पे.
This is the most amazing team. A PhD in electrical engineering, an aerospace engineer, a master's in computer science, who have left behind what could have been far more lucrative careers to be saving babies.
So they also created a multidisciplinary team. आपने देखा computer science students, aeronautical students, and other stream students. They have created multidisciplinary team. Yeah.
Knew we had something that was immensely important not only to us as a team but also to the world.
The Stanford students now live in India. They have taken years fine-tuning the design of their cheap portable incubator. Dozens of models tried and rejected until this. It looks like a sleeping bag for newborns. It can be washed in boiling water. The inside is seamless so bacteria can't collect.
So you might have noticed that they have created lot many prototypes. So prototyping, creating series of prototype also helps us in defining our solutions. So design thinking is iterative process, experimental process.
This is a 2-day-old baby. Oh my goodness.
And the paraffin wax.
And it's wax and water. Actually, probably feels a little bit like the womb, right?
It does. In fact, all the babes
Is melted using an electric warmer where there's electricity, or simply by pouring boiling water on it. The wax is tucked in the bath and will remain at 98 degrees for 4 hours and then can be reheated. All this for less than $200.
Hi, Munchkin. There. He's sound asleep.
The culmination of 2 years of work, of hard work, of constant prototypes, and finally we have a product that is actually helping, a newborn child, and it's unbelievable.
After 2 years on the drawing board, Jane and her team were finally ready to try their portable baby warmer on someone who needed it. Nisha, a 5-pound baby girl who was struggling to keep herself warm in a village in Bangalore.
The first time I saw a baby put in this, I just had chills down my spine.
Baby Nisha survived. She just turned 5 months old. Doctors at the Cradle Hospital in Bangalore have just finished the first round of tests on the Embrace baby warmer. A second and final set of trials are about to begin.
We're going to meet the highest quality standards. We're not bringing a second-rate product to developing countries.
What's been the reaction within the medical community to this device?
It's been incredible. And doctors are literally lining up to place orders for the product.
Clinics without incubators will use the baby warmers to move critical.
So in this thinking project, it is not only applying to having the process, but it requires a lot many hard work. So आपने देखा कि 2 साल का hard work करने के बाद ये लोग ये product level पे पहुंचे हैं. And it is also find out the किया है. It is also finding out the listeners. So all stakeholders are important. We need to find out and we need to see all the stakeholders. We need to interact with all stakeholders to understand the entire ecosystem. Product is not about, or solution is not about finding the solution from the problem with any solution, but it is about connecting dots with the ecosystem or in the ecosystem. So आपको बहुत सारी चीजें हमें observe करनी है, बहुत सारी चीजें ध्यान में रखनी है, and that is why it is again iterative and experimental process, and it is a roller coaster ride. यहाँ से वहाँ जो हमने बताया वो ऐसे चलता है, right? So with that, let's move on to the next part, which is challenge brief and team building. I'll quickly go through the session where we are going to describe about the challenge and team building part. I'm not sure that with this mass, because of we are having more than 300 students, how we are going to build a team. But I request during our team building part कि आप आपके हिसाब से, क्योंकि if you know and if most of you are from Techno Engineer, you might know each other and you can build your team, or even you can work on any individual project right now for these 5 days. So let me ask you a simple question. How do you charge a mobile phone in the place where there is no electricity or longer power cut? Yeah, so let me pull up my chat window and solar energy. Priyanshu Arora is the Sachin Tendulkar for this question, opening the chat. Answering with solar energy. Power bank, yes, power bank. Any other? Batteries, or go ahead. Power bank, yes. Inverter, power bank. Any other answer apart from solar power or power bank? Any other answer? Backup battery, new battery, solar cell. Anyone else? Wind turbine, okay. Potatoes and wires and battery, okay. Try to save battery life, okay. While laptop, car sport, yes, yes. Okay. So I have also thought as much as you can think. So these are some of the products or solutions what we use for charging our mobile phones where there is no electricity or long power cut. So solar power, mechanical dynamo kind of things, or manual dynamo kind of product or solution, and power bank. But no one has asked me, right, what is the context, where are we, what is the place, can we find out the solar? If you are in middle of Amazon, आप solar power भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, right? So before jump onto the solution, we need to find out the right problem. And that is why Albert Einstein said that if I had an hour to solve a problem, I would spend 55 minutes thinking or trying to find out the problem and 5 minutes solving it. So आप जब वो 55 मिनट सोचते हैं या ट्राई करते हैं प्रॉब्लम को अंडरस्टैंड करने की और फाइंड आउट करने की, सही प्रॉब्लम को फाइंड आउट करने की, you will get the solution suggestions from your stakeholder and surrounding and situations itself. And it will take only 5 minutes to find out कि कौन से टेक्नोलॉजी से, कौन से मटेरियल से ये होगा. So अगर हम ये वो 2 साल, जैसे अभी हमने बेबी वार्मर का प्रोजेक्ट देखा, अगर 2 साल की बात करें, सो 1.5 साल या 1.25 साल या ऐसे 1 साल तो उन्होंने सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम को आइडेंटिफाई करने में और डिजायरेबिलिटी क्या है वो फाइंड आउट करने में लगाया होगा. देन इट वुड टेक फॉर देम टू डेवलप अ प्रोडक्ट, मे बी 4-5 महीने लगे होंगे या उससे ज्यादा टाइम लगा होगा. डिपेंड ऑन योर कंटेक्स्ट एंड डिपेंड ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट, आपको वो टाइम लगेगा. But with this quote of Albert Einstein, we need to understand that in design thinking or for any innovation project, identifying a problem and identifying a right problem is very much required. It is very much important as much as finding out the right solution. So अगर आपको right problem पता है तो ही आप right solution पे पहुंचेंगे. If I know how to reach to the Udaipur from Ahmedabad, अगर मुझे पता है कि यहाँ से उदयपुर से अहमदाबाद से उदयपुर कैसे आना है, तो मैं प्रॉपरली पहुंचूंगा, टाइमली पहुंचूंगा और विदाउट एनी हैसल पहुंचूंगा. अगर मुझे रास्ता ही नहीं पता है, अगर मुझे वेज नहीं पता है, अगर मुझे कंटेक्स्ट भी नहीं पता है, राइट, कि कैसे जाना है, कहाँ से जाना है, सो शायद मैं पहुंचूं ना पहुंचूं या उदयपुर पहुंचने की जगह पे बॉम्बे पहुंच जाऊं. So that is why if you know the right problem, then and then you can get the right solution. And that is why there is a difference in essence of defining or saying the problem. Where if I would ask you that designing a chair, we could say that 4-leg backrest or armrest. But if I said that to design something to sit on, we can possibly create the bean bags or lazy bag. Yeah. So जैसे आप define करते हैं problem statement को, आपके challenge को define करते हैं, उसके हिसाब से आपके solutions आते हैं. Because problem statement or defining a problem statement will guide you towards the possibilities and guide you towards the ideation phase. Right? उसके हिसाब से आपके mind में ideas आएंगे. So if I would have told you that designing a car, आपके mind में क्या आएगा? 4 पहिए हैं, बॉडी है, चेसिस है, सीट है, स्टीयरिंग व्हील है, इंजन है एंड रूफ है और बॉडी है, राइट. 4 डोर है या 2 डोर है. बट इफ आई वुड टेल यू that to get transported from one place to another place, design something to get transported from one place to another place, आपके माइंड में बाइसिकल आ सकता है, कार आ सकता है, बाइक आ सकता है, 2 व्हीलर, 4 व्हीलर, 3 व्हीलर, एनी, प्लेन आ सकता है, ट्रेन आ सकता है, even hoverboard or steamer or anything can be there into your mind, right? So design thinking is the approach which leads, or I mean the definition of the problem statement leads us towards the opportunity creation and innovation. So that is why the main reason of failing the startups are there is no market need, that they don't even identified the needs of the market, and they directly created the solutions and product which are not required by anyone. So बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप ऐसे हैं वो फेल होते हैं क्योंकि उनके माइंड में AR/VR टेक्नोलॉजी था. हम लोग अभी जैसे सर ने बताया, पंकज सर ने, कि हमारे कॉलेज में AR/VR का लैब है, IoT का लैब है. आपको AR/VR आता है, आपने AR/VR टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करके फॉर एग्जांपल आपके कम्युनिटी कोई पीपल के लिए या आपके उदयपुर के म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन के लिए कोई सॉल्यूशन बना दिया, बट उनको वो चाहिए ही नहीं. उनके प्रॉब्लम्स अलग हैं, उनके कंटेक्स्ट अलग हैं, तो वो बाय नहीं करेंगे. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी नीड टू फर्स्ट आइडेंटिफाई द प्रॉब्लम, देन अप्लाई राइट टेक्नोलॉजी. फिर आपको लगता है कि AR/VR लगेगा, फिर आपको लगता है AI लगेगा, IoT लगेगा या एनी अदर टेक्नोलॉजी लगेगा. यहाँ पे टेक्निक भी हो सकता है. देयर इज नो नीड कि टेक्नोलॉजी ही हर बार लगाए. सो टेक्निक इज लाइक इफ वी आर ट्राइंग टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ फार्मर्स, सो वो जो बीज हैं वो खेतों में जैसे वो शो करता है, उसके लिए कुछ टेक्निक हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. सो डू नॉट confuse technology with only IT or computer, right? Or technology like IoT or robotics. It can be a technique, it can be a HR technique or HR practices, it can be a marketing technique, it can be anything. Yeah. So but first we need to find out the desirability of the people, then technical feasibility, and then ये देखना है अगर स्टार्टअप कर रहे हैं कि बिजनेस वाइबिलिटी कैसे लाए, उसमें से पैसे कैसे कमाए. Yeah. So there are 3 types of problem. फर्स्ट, नोन. सो चैलेंज में हमारे पास 3 टाइप के प्रॉब्लम हो सकते हैं. नोन, जहां पे आपको प्रॉब्लम पता है, आपको सॉल्यूशन भी पता है. नोन अननोन, जहां पे प्रॉब्लम पता है बट सॉल्यूशन नहीं पता है. एंड अननोन, जहां पे प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं पता है. द बिगर अननोन्स, कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रॉब्लम, जहां पे प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं पता है क्योंकि हमें रूट कॉज नहीं पता है. राइट. सो ऐसे जो प्रॉब्लम है अननोन विच आर बेस्ट सुटेबल फॉर डिजाइन थिंकिंग प्रोजेक्ट, एंड हम अगर वो प्रॉब्लम्स को अगर सॉल्व करेंगे सो हमें बेस्ट रिजल्ट्स मिलेंगे. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, नोन आर लाइक बैड वेदर ड्यूरिंग अ फ्लाइट. सो हमें पता है कि वी नीड टू स्विच ऑफ द ऑटो पायलट. सो उसके लिए आपको माइंडसेट क्या चाहिए? सो रिक्वायर्ड एक्टिविटीज आर लाइक एग्जीक्यूशन. आपके पास लिस्ट है कि ये करना है, आपको एग्जीक्यूट करना है और इम्प्लीमेंट करना है. एंड रिक्वायर्ड माइंडसेट इज लाइक चेकलिस्ट थिंकिंग. चेकलिस्ट है, आपको अप्लाई करना है. सेकेंड इज नोन अननोन, जहां पे आपको प्रॉब्लम पता है कि मेरा माय स्मार्टफोन स्क्रीन इज क्रैश्ड, बट मुझे नहीं पता है कि स्क्रीन कैसे चेंज करे, लेकिन आई नो दैट समवन कैन फिक्स करूंगा. राइट. सो विच रिक्वायर्स द एनालिटिकल माइंडसेट. लेकिन मैं देखूंगा कि मार्केट में कौन सा बंदा अच्छा करता है काम, कौन सा रिलायबल है, क्वालिटी अच्छा देता है, पैसे कम लेता है और सर्विस अच्छा देता है. सो वी रिक्वायर्ड एनालिटिकल माइंडसेट. Most of the people are having analytical mindset, and mainly engineers, we are having much more analytical mindset. Third is bigger unknowns, unknown, jahan pe we don't know how to solve this problem, because we are not knowing the root cause of the problem. So for any problem there can be a symptoms and the root cause, right? So symptoms are like surface level problem. So normally जब हम बाहर जाते हैं, लोगों से बात करते हैं और ऑब्जर्वेशन करते हैं इन ट्रेडिशनल वे, तो हम नॉर्मली सिम्टम्स लेके वापस आ जाते हैं, और उसको जब हम सॉल्व करते हैं तो वो जो सॉल्यूशन है उतना सक्सेसफुल होता नहीं है. बट व्हेन वी आइडेंटिफाई द रूट कॉज, एंड वो रूट कॉज कैसे करना है वो भी हम आगे के सेशंस में कल देखेंगे कि इंसाइट्स कैसे फाइंड आउट करना है, रूट कॉज कैसे फाइंड आउट करना है, एंड व्हाट आर दीज सिम्टम्स एंड रूट कॉज. So we required the mindset of design thinking. So design thinking based works for this unknown. So what can you possibly innovate as a student? So हमने ऐसा कुछ पिक्चर्स या ऐसे कुछ सिनेरियोस देखे होंगे. People have come out with this very simple product. It can be mass manufactured with injection molding process, and the manufacturing cost may be 10 rupees or 20 rupees, and you can sell it into the market around 200 rupees. आप 200 रुपये में 150 रुपये में बेच सकते हैं. So 10 times profit. So here we do not need to, think कि हमें इतने बड़े बड़े problem solve करने हैं. Just look around you and identify the problem, identify the opportunity and try to solve it, right? कि best way में कैसे हम उसको कर पाएंगे. So ये छोटा सा invention हमारे यहाँ एक student ने किया था कि उसने ये pandemic के दौरान देखा कि उसके farm में उनके मम्मी और वो लोग काम कर रहे हैं. नॉर्मल टाइम पे तो उनके वहाँ ये सारी जब चीजें होती है तो वर्कर्स आते हैं और लेबर्स आते हैं काम करने के लिए, बट दिस टाइम ड्यू टू द पेंडेमिक ये लेबर्स आ नहीं पाए क्योंकि वो अलाउ नहीं था. सो व्हाट ही हैज डन, इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट, आई थिंक सेकंड ईयर का स्टूडेंट है, एंड व्हाट ही हैज डन इज ही हैज इन्वेंटेड अ स्मॉल सेमी ऑटोमेटिक mechanism. So let's see. Yeah, so he has developed this small innovation and it makes it solves so many problems of his mother or the people who are working in such kind of area. And even it is semi automatic, so you would require people, you would give them employment, and you can create these solutions to make their to solve their problem. So you need to have the observation to identify the opportunity. We are having such kind of issues and we are seeing such kind of scenarios around us जहाँ पे एक लेडी है वो 42 lbs अराउंड 18 to 19 kg का मटका सिर पे लेके घूमते हैं, मतलब जाते हैं पानी लेने के लिए. एंड आई हैव सीन सो मेनी पीपल अराउंड अस, आई मीन गाँव में और सिटीज में भी. इवन नाउ वो लोग माइग्रेट होते हैं काम के लिए, तो वो सिटी में भी हम ऐसे सिनेरियोज देखते हैं. तो फिर भी we are not solving the problem because we are not observing them, we are not empathizing. So the difference between sympathy and empathy is sympathy कि हम उनके लिए बुरा फील करेंगे, हमें लगेगा कि यार इनके बहुत तकलीफ हैं, लेकिन हम सॉल्व करने की ट्राई नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि वो पेन हम फील नहीं करते हैं. When we are feeling that their pain, हम उनके शू में एंटर करेंगे, हम वो मटका लेके 5 मिनट, आधा घंटा या आधा किलोमीटर चलेंगे और वो पेन हमें महसूस होगा, तभी हम उनके लिए कुछ सॉल्यूशन ला पाएंगे. सो empathy and observation is all about understanding their pain points, enter into their shoes and try to feel that pain. तो हमारे खुद के अंदर वो पेन फील करना एंड उसी के बाद ऐसे कुछ सॉल्यूशन आते हैं. So someone from maybe मार्स और मंगल और कहीं पे मंगल चांद से आके उसने ये सॉल्व किया, राइट, फॉर अस. सो innovation that takes away our pain, right? So what we can possibly innovate. So we say that for innovators sky is the limit, but have we tried the ground? हमारे आसपास के इतने सारे प्रॉब्लम है यार, अगर उसको ही आइडेंटिफाई करके सॉल्व करें, जैसे वाइस चांसलर सर ने बताया और व्यास सर ने भी बताया कि बहुत सारे ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स हैं और बहुत सारे, ये 4 सालों में आपके पास टाइम है. दिस इज द एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन फेज गाइज. आप जब स्टूडेंट हो तो ये आपका एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन फेज है. यहाँ पे आपको लेस रिस्क है of losing anything. You can only learn, right, due to your with your project and during your practical based learning. So हमें ये आसपास के प्रॉब्लम जो है वो आइडेंटिफाई करने हैं as an opportunity. We need to look problem as an opportunity. We need to be open minded and optimistic and observe your surrounding and identify these opportunities. So those who would like to work on this problem, you can work, or else you can select your own problem. आप आपका खुद का कोई इनोवेशन चैलेंज ले सकते हैं, प्रॉब्लम ले सकते हैं जो आपको लगता है. You can take this problem or innovation challenge within the group of 6 to 7 people. So हम 6 से 7 लोगों का टीम बनाएंगे, and I would request faculty coordinator there, Abhishek sir or anyone, कि आप थोड़ा उनको टीम बनाने में हेल्प करें. And during this 5 days we would work on those problem that is selected by the team. even if you are not part of any team and क्योंकि हमारे पास 300 लोग हैं, so it will difficult. I was thinking that अगर 50-60 people होंगे तो हम 5-6 प्रॉब्लम पे काम कर सकते हैं, it would be like 8-10 team. But I am very much happy that we got tremendous response in within 3-4 days, and we are 300 people. So even if you are not part of any team, आप कोई भी टीम में नहीं है और आप इंडिविजुअल करना चाहते हैं, तो आप कोई भी प्रॉब्लम या चैलेंज या डोमेन एरिया ले लीजिए जहाँ पे आपको काम करना है, जहाँ पे आपको प्रोजेक्ट करना है, और ये जो सारे टूल्स एंड टेक्निक और प्रोसेस मैं आपको बताते जाता हूँ, दूसरे एक्सपर्ट बताएंगे, उसको आप उस प्रॉब्लम सिनेरियो में अप्लाई करते जाइए. So for this week, we have innovation challenge problem scenario where the healthcare sector is one of the fastest growing in India, right? And provision of healthcare of home is emerging as a key service in the expansion of this sector. So healthcare sector है grow हो रहा है, and even in this pandemic situation, healthcare sector ही ऐसा sector है जहाँ पे बहुत सारे innovations हुए, बहुत सारे नई नई चीजें हुई, और वहाँ पे रिसेशन नहीं आया, लोगों को प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ, राइट? सो हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर इज द सेक्टर जो फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग है, एंड हेल्थ केयर प्रोविजन ऑफ हेल्थ केयर एट होम, आपके घर पे आपको हेल्थ केयर सर्विसेज मिले, वो अभी टाइम की डिमांड है. सो द सिटीज एंड अर्बन लाइफस्टाइल जो अभी हो चुकी है, जिसमें मेनली यू नो ड्यू टू द शॉर्टेज ऑफ टाइम और इंक्रीजिंग ट्रैफिक, वो इन अहमदाबाद अगर आपको एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाना है तो आधा घंटा 1 घंटा लग जाता है, राइट? अर्बन न्यूक्लियर फैमिली, लोग अकेले रहते हैं, तो आपको पॉसिबल नहीं है कि आपके माँ बाप मम्मी पापा जो है जो अलग रह रहे हैं, आपके साथ भी रह रहे हैं, लेकिन आप पूरे दिन काम पे रहते हैं, तो आप उनको हेल्थ केयर सर्विसेज के लिए लेके जाएं. सो इन ड्यू टू दिस ऑल थिंग्स, how we can, so the problem statement is to understand the providers and patients perspective. So जो healthcare service provide करते हैं and जो patient है उसके perspective हम समझे, synthesize entire ecosystem for this service and create a relevant experience. तो आपको कोई भी relevant experience create करना है, experience innovation करना है, जो आपका product भी हो सकता है, service भी हो सकता है, channel भी हो सकता है, मतलब जिसके through, चैनल मतलब जैसे हमने सर्विस जैसे है ओयो है, उबर है, स्विगी जोमेटो है, चैनल है मतलब ऑनलाइन कुछ आप प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं थ्रू डिफरेंट चैनल्स, यू आर सोशल मीडिया से कुछ प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, एंड डिफरेंट प्लेटफॉर्म. सो यू कैन क्रिएट एनीथिंग, and so this is the innovation challenge where healthcare sector you need to provide healthcare services at home. This is one problem scenario that I am giving you. And we will take this example in further sessions also. So, but you can select your own problem, your own challenge, and you can work on your existing idea or existing academic project also, and try to identify the needs and try to solve it with tools and technique. Yeah, with that, in this project, we need to form the team of 6 to 7 people, and we need to select domain first. So for project, for identifying the challenge, we need to select domain. So अगर आप ये healthcare वाला ही ले रहे हैं problem, right? So you need to select any organization. आप government hospital ले सकते हैं, आप कोई private clinic ले सकते हैं, आप कोई बड़ा hospital chain जैसे अपोलो है, जैसे शेल्बी है, या ऐसे कुछ जहाँ आपके आसपास आपके सिटी में मिल जाए, ऐसे चैलेंज ले सकते हैं. लोकेशन ले सकते हैं, जैसे उदयपुर में आपने कोई लोकेशन ले लिया, कोई चौराहा ले लिया, कोई बस स्टैंड या रेलवे स्टेशन ले लिया. सिनेरियो ले सकते हैं, जैसे अभी हमने ये सिनेरियो लिया. ड्यू टू द पेंडेमिक सबसे ज्यादा जो तकलीफ हुई है वो अकेले जो आपके बुजुर्ग लोग हैं, दादा दादी या मम्मी पापा जो अकेले रहते हैं, उनको तकलीफ हुई है. तो उनको कुछ जैसे सब्जी या दवाई पहुंचानी है तो कैसे पहुंचा पाए ड्यूरिंग दिस पेंडेमिक सिचुएशन, ऐसा कोई सिनेरियो ले सकते हैं. और एनी area of your interest you can select. You may also select your startup idea. अगर आपको कोई स्टार्टअप करना है, आपके पास कोई आइडिया है, आपके पास कोई डोमेन है या प्रॉब्लम है, वो भी आप ले सकते हैं. बट कीप इन माइंड दैट कि आप जो भी प्रॉब्लम या प्रोजेक्ट ले, वो सारे टीम मेंबर उसके साथ अलाइन होने चाहिए और वो सारे टीम मेंबर वो एग्री करने चाहिए, राइट, कि हम ये डोमेन लेंगे. सो विथ डिस्कशन ऑफ योर टीम मेंबर आप ये कर सकते हैं. इफ यू वांट टू डू इट अलोन इंडिविजुअल यू कैन डू इट. Team formation, so we will see how we need to go for the team formation and logbook. And logbook is basically a design diary, and it is also required for for design project. So this is how we need to build our team, where we are having so many powerful people, so many competent people in our team, and a strong team can be built. But before we move on to the team building, we will see the importance of the logbook. So logbook is a design diary or a common notebook or a place where you are writing down your data, where you are writing down your observation data, record your interview and write down the answers, and whatever you are doing during the project, you are doing hands on जो भी करते हैं वो हम वो वो जो लॉग बुक है या डिजाइन डायरी है, कॉमन प्लेस बुक है, उसमें लिखते जाएं. It is important because when you want to see go back into your project and want to see the things and relevant data, you can see that. जब आप कोई अच्छा सॉल्यूशन लेके आएंगे, जब आप कोई पैटेंट या आपका सॉल्यूशन इनोवेटिव है और पैटेंट के लिए जाते हैं, सो ये लॉगबुक आपको सपोर्ट करेगा एज अ सपोर्टिंग डॉक्यूमेंट कि ये आपका खुद का आइडिया है, ये आपके टीम का आइडिया है, आपकी कंपनी का आइडिया है. So in that sense logbook is very much important. So you can keep such diary, small diary, I mean handy notebook, and write down things, and जहां जहां आप जो जो चीजें लिखते हैं उसके एंड में पेज के ऊपर आप साइन करिए एंड डेट लिखिए. सो जितने भी टीम मेंबर है या जो टीम लीडर है वो साइन करे और डेट लिखे, ताकि वो ऑथेंटिकेट हो कि ये डेट पे आपने ये चीजें की हैं, right? And it will help you a lot in filing a patent or filing a IPR. So type of team are completely random selection. Normally in a workshop or in a training session we do it randomly. Student pick a team. You can pick your own team members with your colleague, with your classmates. Faculty members pick a team, or a hybrid team, combination of all above. Right? So normally हम उस वे में team pick कर सकते हैं. So random selection is a quick selection and will not take much time, and we will have जब हमारा प्रोजेक्ट कम उसमें हमें जैसे वर्कशॉप है, सो जहाँ पे हम लर्निंग के लिए कर रहे हैं, अभी हम फ्रॉम दिस वर्कशॉप वी आर नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग as a faculty member, we are not expecting that कि आप ये 5 दिन के वर्कशॉप के बाद कोई इनोवेटिव आइडिया या इनोवेटिव प्रोडक्ट और सॉल्यूशन लेके आएंगे. लेकिन जो भी आप सीखेंगे उसको प्रॉपरली अप्लाई करना आपको आना चाहिए. दैट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव, कि ये प्रोसेस आप सीखे, टूल्स एंड टेक्निक को समझे और उसको अप्लाई करें, ताकि आप जब आगे जाएंगे और जब भी आपको ये डिजाइन थिंकिंग अप्लाई करना हो, आप कोई भी प्रॉब्लम में फंसे या प्रॉब्लम आइडेंटिफाई करके सॉल्व करना हो, तो आप ये जो लर्निंग है उसको, डिजाइन थिंकिंग प्रोसेस है, उसको आप अप्लाई कर पाए. सो दैट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव of learning the design thinking process, tools and technique. And even ये करते करते अगर आपको कोई अच्छा आइडिया आ जाता है, that will be a great thing. So when we have a short term discussion or project is less thoughtful, हम random selection करते हैं. Methods for random selection is बहुत सारी चीजें हैं कि हम पूरे जो ग्रुप हैं, 100 लोग हैं, 50 लोग हैं, तो उनका नाम लिखते हैं चिट पे और बाउल में रख के पिक करते हैं, टीम बनाते हैं. There are many things. आप बर्थ मंथ या नेम के थ्रू आप नाम, नेम स्टार्टिंग विथ ए विल कम इनटू वन टीम, एंड अगर ज्यादा लोग हैं उसमें से भी हम 2 टीम करें या 3 टीम करें. लाइकवाइज बाय एनरोलमेंट नंबर और कार्ड्स ऑन नंबर, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, उसके अंदर हम डिटेल में नहीं जाएंगे. हाउ टू फॉर्म अ हाइब्रिड टीम, ये वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड फॉर कॉर्पोरेट, फॉर स्टार्टअप्स, इट इज वेरी मच रिक्वायर्ड टू फॉर्म ए हाइब्रिड टीम, जहाँ पे आप टीम मेंबर्स जो हैं, आपके जो कलीग हैं या आपके जो अंडर काम करने वाले हैं, अगर आप फाउंडर हैं स्टार्टअप के, तो आपको ये देखना है कि उनके कॉम्पिटेंसीज क्या है, उनके स्किल सेट्स क्या है और उनके इंटरेस्ट क्या है, क्या वो आपके विजन और आपके गोल के साथ मैच करता है कि नहीं, राइट? एंड फॉर्म ए इंटरमीडिएट ग्रुप. एंड So qualities to be looked into a team are like project leader or organizer. तो अभी जो हम टीम बनाएंगे उसमें भी I would request कि आप कोई project leader करें ताकि हम उनसे सीधा अगर कुछ पूछना हो तो बात कर पाए. Analyzer who can do analysis of the data. These are some of the recommendation. It is not that कि आपको यही चीजें चाहिए. Based on your context, based on your project, आप आपके हिसाब से जो टीम मेंबर्स हैं उसको ले सकते हैं. टेक्निकल पर्सन मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी हो तो अच्छा है. कंसेप्ट जनरेटर जो क्रिएटिव पर्सन है जो विजुअलाइज अच्छा कर सकता है, एंड सो एंड सो फोर्थ एज पर योर प्रोजेक्ट रिक्वायरमेंट. व्हाट हैपन व्हेन फ्रेंड्स बिकम टीम मेंबर? तो जब स्टूडेंट्स टीम पिक करते हैं एंड जब फ्रेंड्स जो है अपने अब आप उनको टीम मेंबर में लेते हैं तो नॉर्मली 90% टाइम हमने देखा है इन प्रोजेक्ट ऐसी कुछ सिचुएशन होती हैं, राइट? तो ये मूवी का फोटोग्राफ से आप सबने देखा होगा शायद मूवी. सो जहाँ पे एक बंदा होता है जो 99% काम करता है, 1% हैज नो आइडिया व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट होल टाइम. 1% he is saying that he is going to help but he is not, and 1% disappear at very beginning and doesn't show up until till very end. So एक बंदा जो है वाइवा के टाइम ही अपीयर हो जाएगा, राइट? सो ऐसा होता है जब हम फ्रेंड्स के साथ टीम बनाते हैं. So perfect team call Avengers when faculty members choose a team. So आप जब faculty member choose करते हैं तो best लोगों को एक टीम में डालते हैं. But we have seen in Avengers that they are most of the time they are quarreling with each other. वो एक दूसरे के साथ झगड़ते हैं, लास्ट में साथ में आ जाते हैं. But what we can a perfect team is a hybrid selection when we have a team, right? Where we have competencies of each other, right? Anyway, I mean, you can call it a team or Avengers based on your understanding, but you need to have the perfect match of a hybrid team where key is in the collaboration, right? Most of the problems are very complex for one person to solve. So if we can collaborate, we can have a better team. Multiple perspectives, skills and discipline, experience is required, knowledge is required to solve a complex problem. So अगर हम multidisciplinary team बनाएं, if not right now, afterwards when you are doing your academic project or startup idea, आप try करें कि competencies और skills के हिसाब से multidisciplinary people को ले. And it is not, जैसे अभी हमने example में देखा, it is not only about multidisciplinary or multi-stream from engineering, medical science, commerce, arts, कोई भी physics, pharmacy और any field से आप आपके team members ले सकते हैं based on the requirement. So you need to create the collaboration and co-creation within the team members with your stakeholders, with your user. So जो ये first part है, अगर आप देखें आगे का जो part है during the observation empathy phase, you need to collaborate with your stakeholders, users. In ideation, you need to collaborate with your other vendors and your team members, and at the final you need to again collaborate with the people on the market, so customers and users. So it is co-creating the solution, it is collaboration. And the effects of design thinking on teams are like design thinking is a structured methodology which developed and nurtured some of the specific qualities as we mentioned before: collaboration, creativity, leadership qualities, critical thinking, and within the team members. So when we are doing with each other, we develop and nurture some of these qualities by helping each other. It is to create the greater inclusiveness of the team, a better cohesion of the team, higher level of collaboration and interaction, and increase creative confidence. And that is why we require diversity in our team, because if we select diverse people, अलग अलग फील्ड से अलग अलग एक्सपीरियंस के लोगों को, अलग अलग नॉलेज के लोगों को हम अगर हमारे टीम में लेंगे तो जो सॉल्यूशन है वो ज़्यादा क्रिएटिव एंड इनोवेटिव होगा एंड वो ज़्यादा डाइवर्स होगा, राइट? So these are some of the things that for strong teams we need to create a common ground with common vocabulary, knowledge, cultural practices, and more importantly, common goals. So yeah, already we have discussed. Yeah. So with that, I'll stop here, and if one of my colleague is here, Saptasri, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Hi, Saptasri.
Hi.
So in the next part, I would request my colleague here, Saptasri, who is a product designer and worked with a couple of industries and who will take you through the online tool called Miro, which we use for some of the exercises and creating some of the frameworks during our design thinking project. And due to the virtual place, अभी हम virtually discuss कर रहे हैं, and due to this virtual environment, it would help us to collaborate and co-create our project. Yeah, so Saptasri, can you take over from here?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
share my
So
screen.
kindly share your screen
Yeah.
and brief about the Miro tool to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So basically Miro tool is like a PowerPoint presentation. So you can have the multiple participants or you can have your group. Sorry. So you can have the multiple participants or a group on one board. So let's have a look on Miro board. So you just have to sign up with initial details. So I'm already, so I'm going to log in.
It is a miro.com. So you need to go on miro.com and sign up for your account.
Yeah.
Like Gmail sign up we are doing. Yeah.
So the constraint of the Miro board is just you have, for the free, you will get 3 Miro boards. So we will add the new Miro board. So create. So these are the templates initially given, but we will not use right now. So we will start from the scratch. So this is the Miro board. So you'll have to insert the blank boards and start creating presentations. Yeah. So from you can see this tab. So from frame, you will have to create the board. So clicking on this board. So basically for the presentation, the 16:9 ratio is preferred. So we will not go for A4 or A3. So we will take 16:9. Yeah. So this is the frame for our presentation. We can give color to it from that. Yeah. Now let's start with the first step. So when you select any option, if you want to come out from that option, you can use escape button, or simply you can use this tab, or you can use the shortcut V from the keyboard. Next. So these are the templates you can use for your further assignments. So you have to go to the research and design. So these are basically tools you are going to learn and you are going to use for your assignment. So you just have to click, and you can add it as a blank, or you can add that board as a filled example so that you can get an idea. So this is the board you can add from the template, and so you can place it on your frame. Yeah. So you can use your scroll to zoom in, zoom out. So you can give a name to this board. So I'll write a name, mind mapping. Yeah. So you can edit whatever you want to add. You can use this tool. So there are many templates you can use for your presentation. So you can go through these templates initially given, or if you want to create your own template, so let's create another frame. So you can add text from here. So let's you can change the size and the font from here. So you can do whatever you want. It's basically similar to the presentation which we are using. So you can change the color. Then you can give the border to that box, and there are different types of borders. So you can give these dashed ones, or you can change the thickness also, and you can change the opacity of that box. So these are the so this is the text tab. Then you can add the sticky notes. So you can choose a color. Yeah. So you can write. So sticky notes you can use for the mind mapping or the affinity wall. So which you are going to learn in coming days. So yeah, you can change the colors of the sticky notes. Similar options here also. So different alignments, then size, and also you can lock those sticky notes or anything which you are going to add in this. And yeah, or you can unlock those tabs. Also you can insert different kinds of shape. Then if you want to, sorry. So if you want to connect the things, so you can connect from these dots. You will have to select that box and you can connect. So yeah, likewise you can connect to the other. So yeah, and similarly you can change those colors, and you can highlight with different colors. So you can change the direction and the position of that arrow as per your requirement. Also, you can change the type of that arrow from those tabs. So you can use this type of tab style, or you can use such styles. Yeah. So that's the arrows connecting lines. Then you can use the pen or the pencil tool. Then yeah, so if you want, as you are going to work in a group, so you will have few doubts, or you are gonna ask to your group mate that you work on this. So you can add a comment and you can mention that person, so at the rate and that person's name, so and write a message, so that person will get to know that you have mentioned that person on that board, and that person will reply there only. So it's very user friendly also. Yeah. If you want to add images, you can just drag or drag and drop those images. you so you can add as much images you want to add. So yeah, that's the main interface of this board. You can share using this tab, like you can invite your group mates by putting their email IDs there, and you can invite them. Also, you can share or you can export this board or these images from here. So export this board, and you can see the arrangements, and you can see the alignments of those boards from here, so that when you are exporting, so you'll get to know that which is the first board, which is the second board. So you can use this first tab, frames. Then you can also present the presentation from here, presentation mode. Then as I mentioned, the comment, so that's the same, you can comment and you can chat with your group mates here. Then yeah, so you can add cards also. Then you can share the screen, or you can start the video chat from here. So basically overall this is the Miro board. So you will get the hands-on experience when you will start using it. Yeah, I would like to know if you have any questions.
Yes. So are there any questions from participants, from students regarding Miro board? If you want to understand something, you can create, you can hover over the certain places from the small map kind of thing. You can see at bottom right corner where this is it is showing that percentage and all. So wherever you can select, if you can click on, yeah. So so where Saptasri is moving her cursor, you can select there, and you can reach to the place where you want to go, because this you can zoom and zoom out and zoom in on this Miro board to make many frame. As we are having as a free sign up account, we are having 3 boards. But I think and you can save these boards or take a screenshot of your work, and you can reuse it again and again. After, if you would like to have, you can purchase some more boards. So yeah, how many editable boards for 3
3 main boards.
free account? Yeah, three editable boards you would get, Aditya ji. And so I think for one project, Saptarshi, it would require only one board.
Yeah, one board is sufficient. I can show my work.
Yeah, please.
So I was working with USA client, so I was working on this board.
Great.
So, yeah, so you can add as many as the frames you want. So you can see this. I can't zoom in because it's the NDA. So you can get overall idea like how to work.
Yes, and so by step, you can create the entire project timeline. Everything you can create on this Miro board with you can insert images, you can insert the links, reference links for your teammates. When you sign up,
also add the documents files also, Google Drive from Google Drive also.
Yeah.
So this is the overall board. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So when you, I think, sign up, it will ask you to create team. And at that time, if you can select your team members and your faculty mentor or faculty, if you can add her email ID, then you can be on that platform, all of you, and you can collaborate within that Miro board. Yeah. So are there any question from the students how to use? So we will use, so I'll request everyone after this session, go on to miro.com and create your own account and add your team members. So anyone can add everyone. You do not need to add, everyone, every member do not need to create the team maybe. So एक कोई भी students उसको create करके दूसरे team members को invite करे. And then from tomorrow onwards, where we are having different sessions, so we are having mind mapping, empathy map, problem definition, so many other ideation, prototyping, all we can do, not prototype, but till ideation part, conceptualization, we can all do and create this Miro board for our project. So it will save here, it will create documentation as Vice Chancellor sir said, we can create the entire documentation of our 5 days project. Yeah. So kindly create your sign up for your Miro board and explore also by yourself what are different options available. So from tomorrow onwards, we can easily use this board. Okay. So with that, if you don't have any question, I would like to conclude my session here, our today's session. Any question regarding these 2 session, why, what, about design thinking? Any question, any suggestion for tomorrow's session? अगर कुछ suggestion है आपका, अगर कुछ requirement है, कुछ समझ में ना आया हो, कोई question है, कोई query है, anything, please guys. Anyone have any question, query, the suggestion for tomorrow session? अगर आपको कुछ लगता है कि ये होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए, कुछ अपने आपको समझ में ना आया हो, improvement from my side, my team, or anything आपको समझना है. So what we will be ready tomorrow in the at 2 o'clock is with the team of 6 to 7 people. आपको 6 से 7 लोगों का टीम बनाना है. अगर आप टीम में काम नहीं करना चाहते, इंडिविजुअल करिए, लेकिन टीम या इंडिविजुअल पर्सन नीड टू सिलेक्ट वन डोमेन, एरिया, लोकेशन और एनी प्रॉब्लम, चैलेंज, प्रॉब्लम सिनेरियो, सो दैट हम ये बाकी के दिनों में जो टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स हैं डिजाइन थिंकिंग के वो अप्लाई कर पाए. Also create and sign up for your Miro board and try to see what are other functions and features are there on miro.com. If you go on Miroverse, which is the Miro University, बहुत सारे वीडियोस हैं जो आपको ये प्लेटफॉर्म के बारे में बताएंगे, टूल्स के बारे में बताएंगे, तो आप वो भी वीडियो जो लर्निंग वीडियो हैं वो आप देख सकते हैं, तो आपको समझ में आएगा. सो कल हम टीम एंड प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट के साथ आएंगे और एक मीरो अकाउंट क्रिएट कर लेंगे फ्री वाला, राइट, सो दैट वी कैन यूज दिस थिंग. सो विद दैट, Kunjpreet, can we conclude the session if there is no questions
Yes,
further?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for taking such a grateful session. I hope students learn so many things from this session.
I hope so.
And implement as well.
Yeah, that is more important. Design
Yes,
thinking is all about doing the things, implementation the things. Yeah, चलिए.
Yes, sir.
So कल मिलते हैं everyone. Till then, take care, be safe, be at home, and good evening to everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Abhishek sir. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye, take care.